Mic test, mic test. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Buddy Bison stream. I hope we're all having a wonderful day today. I hope we're all prepped and prepared for some more East shenaniganry, where we are going to go try and fight some more dragons. Excuse me. There we go. There we go. Did not want to say, hey, we're here yet, but I did. I wanted to say it. Hope we're all having a great day today. Gotta tell you, the lead up into... Wait, did I not save before I exited the game last time? Whatever. Oh no, this is inside of the thing. because we looked at. Okay, I was very. I got confused. I thought that the save picture was outside of the sanctum, like in front of like the wind tower. But yeah, so the lead up to today's stream was much more stressed than I was expecting it to be. Got home, had to cook dinner. That took a little bit more time than I was expecting, and then the amount of time that took made it so when I was done and had to do my Duolingo and Anki, like daily stuff, I was on like a very tight schedule to get like through that, and very like, okay, gotta do it. And luckily they didn't take too long, and then I also had to deal with some other stuff that had come up, which made me even more time sensitive, because I had to like it had something to do with the program GIMP, so I had to re-download it, and even that, and it worked, but didn't work perfectly, because the actual thing that I needed to do, I just straight up couldn't do in GIMP. So I had to go online and find like a different resource. But the one I did find online did work perfectly. Had to do with opening a file, a Photoshop file, and GIMP is able to do it, but not like perfectly in some cases. So I had to use this online program or website called Photopea, which worked very well. But I don't really plan to. That was more of just kind of like a preparatory thing, because I didn't have to do anything with it just yet. It was just a matter of getting it ready for when I do have to use it. I wanted to make sure that it was all good. Now I'm back at this game. I'm trying to get my bearings again. Because playing as non-adult is still kind of weird. Ooh, is that the tornado move that Pumpkin was talking about? Laser. Okay, so everyone's leveling up, and that's good. That's what we want. Mishra, especially because she's lower level than everyone else, because generally doesn't use her. Also because she's just kind of new to, I don't want to say new to the party, but at this point in the game, at the last dungeon, it was like, okay, you should use Big Strong Boy, and who's replaced by his sister. But in this one, it's like, hey, you should probably go back to using her again, and now I am, but because I've just been using Adol and Dogi for so much, it's making it so it's a bit less, it's a bit less clear. Or, I don't even want to say a bit less clear, but it's not as even in terms of XP distribution as it would be otherwise. So, she's trying to catch up while everyone else is still a little bit ahead. Luckily, these guys don't seem all that difficult. At least right now, these enemies aren't too crazy. Dude, that vacuum, like her vacuum cleaner move, pretty nice. It sucks the enemies in, like, pretty sufficient. I have to remember that charge moves are a thing. That way I don't run out of SP. Ugh. Getting back into a game like this after not playing it for like a week does feel a bit weird, especially given that the other game that I was playing was Trails, which is very different control-wise. And at least with that kind of separation, it's like definitive, right? There's no similarities really, other than maybe like menu stuff. But it would be much worse if I were playing two action games and it were similarly like done. hope that the game isn't too loud as I'm like repeatedly shooting. I would kind of hate for it to not be great sounding in that way. And it's hard for me to tell because I have my headphone volume on, and I can adjust that, but I don't know what you guys are hearing. I was hoping, so recently Elgato came out with a new Stream Deck, and it has like volume dials on it, which is really cool. However, the Elgato Stream Deck like plugin update thing doesn't make it so like I can have buttons that adjust the audio levels like up and down for like audio sources. You can have it be for like specific applications, programs, as it were. Like, oh, if I had a Spotify open and I had it going through a program, then, or like the application version, not just like the website, then I could change that with buttons. But I can't set it to be like, oh, this game's source, go down please with this push of the button. I'm hoping that they'll eventually get around to it, or some other people will do it eventually. But until then, it's kind of just reliant on me hearing from you guys and being like, hey, like this is game's a bit too loud right now, and me changing it in response to that instead of being able to kind of like, well, I guess I would do that regardless, but I don't have like a simple, easy, like at the press of a button kind of availability. I have to click out of the game, manually put it down, and then go back into the game, test it out, and then back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which is kind of annoying. Whereas, the, god damn it. Back in. Whereas the other ones are a bit more clear, right? Where it's, you know, I don't even know what I was trying to say. Like, there's, at the push of a button, it's easier, but I can't do that yet. I'm hoping that eventually some plugins are made that let me do it, whether by Elgato officially or by any third-party thing to let me do it for OBS. Right now, it's a little bit not easy. I don't want to say easy. It's very easy, but it's not as quality of life as it could be, I guess is the way that I would have to say that phrase. Because it is easy, it's not hard, it's understandable, so it's not confusing. It's just that when I'm playing certain games and I don't want the volume to pause as I'm clicking in, like for the game to pause, as it does sometimes, it's a little bit annoying. So I'm like, okay, well, it would be great if I didn't have to pause it, but I do. But if we're on the Stream Deck, like dials or something, which dials are a thing, not on my Stream Deck, then I would be able to. It would especially be useful with like my mic, but I can't do that. But hopefully one day, I'll keep looking, see if there's anything like available, but oh well, if it's not, then there's not. We are advancing pretty smoothly along this dungeon. It's not.
We must fight.
Weird having to hold down L2 to do it, especially instead of just being able to do it. I'm coming back to the game. I keep wanting to hit like L1 or something, but that's the switch it over. Gravity ring. I'm gonna presume that is inflict slow on people. Has a chance to inflict heavy. Yeah. go. Dogi leveled up. Back this way. I need to keep the cape on or else it's not going to let me go off. But when you get too close to the edge, it's going to push you up anyway. Now, it's better that they have it be a rather generous radius around it instead of it being very particular in this case, because you don't want to accidentally fall down, because that would be abysmal. It would just be the most annoying shit. But okay, so she's level 41, they're level 42. I got plenty of healing items, which is good, and we got the cape, and we got the dragon orb, and we got that. Okay. We should be good. So here's to hoping that nothing bad happens. Or is this not... Was that just the halfway point? Was that just the halfway point? Wind Sanctum Tower... Okay. So I guess that's teaching you that element of the thing. Like press the button, the crystals go down. Okay. I was very much expecting that to be the dungeon. I guess they're gonna be a little more involved. Calling me surprised. Go. Luckily, Mishra's like suction skills pretty darn good. Like, it is not a joke, which is very appreciated. Press that down. Have the crystals go down. Just what we need and want. Alright. I am gonna have to remember that I can perfect art. And you can only do that, so okay. Don't want to get caught by it. Easy. Okay. Easy, and that goes there, so I need to presumably wait. Okay, so that teleports me all the way down here. I don't think that really helps me. Unless me hitting that button made the crystals overheat. See, that seems like a bit of a stretch, because the crystals down here were... They weren't really close by, so that I don't think that makes all that much sense. I think I just took a wrong teleport. So hit the button, those crystals are gone. They stay gone, which is nice. Because it really sucks whenever you get a dungeon like this where it's like, okay, they might come back, but I don't know what's really prompting them to come back. Because it seems like they shouldn't. Just trying to go. There we go. So you don't want to take the teleport. Perfect. Pick you up, withered hardwood. Get going to the right, that drops you down to the start. That's there, that's there. This teleport, so this pops us out. Hopefully there should be a button here. Okay, good. Press the button. Makes that crystal disappear. Okay, this teleport will put me back at the start. That left goes up to there, so I need to come all the way through. I don't mind this puzzle. This isn't like, it doesn't really have much to do with wind, other than some of like the things in your way are wind-based. But I think it's better because the first like temple that you deal with like the wind stuff, I think they just kind of did everything that they really could do interesting with it, if I'm being absolutely honest. Like, I don't think that there's all that much that they could have really done more of in this dungeon to set it apart, other than having it not focus on using the cloak. I think the recognition of that is important, because you don't want two dungeons with the same exact puzzle, just rehashed. So in this one, it's like, hey, like, go around the dungeon with teleportation, hit the switches, which is more just like kind of follow it, with the little puzzle being, hey, you need to turn off your cloak so you can get through a teleporter to get to a switch. And I find that appreciative. It's like, yeah, I didn't realize that I was getting, quote-unquote, like, I guess, tricked by it, because it shoots you up pretty darn fast, so you have to see the teleport from a different angle and then know to go there. Having it be, like, turn it off at a certain point to get back to it, yeah, you're making clever use of it, because it's like, oh, you look at the thing that's holding you back, and you're like, oh, okay, I need to make sure that I have it on, but the key is to not have it on. If you leave it, you're going to continuously miss it. And I'd say the most important part to that kind of trick is to have it be one where having it on gets you to a point that it feels like you're supposed to be anyway, which you are. That way it doesn't set off the thing in your mind of like, oh, I should turn it off. It's like, oh no, I was supposed to have it on because you were, but now you need to have it off so you get further in. There you go. Okay, I got plenty of money, which is good. Come down here, hit this button. That drops one over there. I don't know how to get there, but I'm glad I came this way first instead of going any kind of north. Because what I'm going to presume, so that's not the one, that's not the one. Okay, so that means that there's going to be, let's just put that on. Okay. And I'm presuming if I have the cape on, it's just, oh no, okay, so it's just, okay, so the wind is only upwards you can use the cape. If it's sideways, then it's just kind of like, hey, it's going to push you, and you don't want that. So just run against it slightly. And it's only slightly. Like, it's only slightly pushing you back. It's not like the wind dungeon, or I think it's the dungeon where you unlock the earth powers in Donna, where it's like you need her heavy power to not get pushed by the wind. It's just like, it's lightly pushing you. Hey, Rav, how's it going? Oh, my day's going well. A bit, like workday wise, it was like pretty chill, easy. Everyone's just kind of like chilling out. Not really all that much to quote unquote do. Well, at least for me, I haven't been assigned much. And everyone's just kind of like, oh man, can't wait until Wednesday, because Thursday is Thanksgiving, and most people took Friday off, myself included. So it's like, yeah, 3-day week. But after work, it was like, okay, gotta prep dinner, gotta do my Japanese Duolingo Anki deck stuff. Do I have to fall off somewhere? Yes. Called it. Like, I was like, there was a point where it was like, hey, look at this, you don't got guardrails. Gotta fall off somewhere. Okay, good. There we go, hit that one, and then that one's gonna be the key. Okay, good. Glad I figured that out. But after that, it was like, okay, gotta do that, gotta contact someone that I commissioned some stuff on, and then for something, and then had to figure out, okay, how do I access it? And it was like, okay, I don't have Photoshop because I'm not paying that much money for Photoshop, and I have GIMP, but the GIMP thing isn't opening it correctly. And I was like, okay, how do I do this without having to get Photoshop? And it was like, hey, go online, go to Photopea. My least favorite dragon down here. Okay. See, I don't mind this one. I think that this one's a bit, doesn't have like all that unique of a thing, right, going for it. But I don't mind it. I would say I like this better because it's a lot more visually clear than the fire dungeon in my mind. I will say it's going a lot longer than I was expecting it to, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I was very much expecting to go right to the boss area from that last teleport. And then when I got to the halfway point, I thought that was also going to be that was also going to be the finish. Okay. Why are you so long? God damn it. God, no one likes it. Yeah. How you doing, Rav? Hope you're having a splendiferous day. Air fast staff. It is pretty long. The dragon ears get longer the later. Oh yeah, you said that last time. Okay. Well, that makes me worry for the next one. Damn, look at that. 105 power jump up. She's gonna maybe now I won't not want to fight her. Yeah, look at that. Just like straight up doubling the amount of damage that she's putting in. Glad that I picked up that staff. Yeah. And that's basically telling you, hey, this is probably the person that you should be using, because this is their dungeon. Like, they're introduced here the first time, use them the second time, and you get the good weapon that you don't have to buy. I accidentally I used the thing. Okay. This causes 25 Purge Wind Aerial Lord. 100 SP, Jesus Christmas. I mean, I guess I'll put it on, but I mean, Yo stream. Yo. Oh. Yep. I'm on the entire day when God and professors aren't having impressive passes. Nice. And you said professor, so I'm presuming college classes, because I mean, I don't think I ever called a teacher in high school as a professor. So, but I remember college. I mean, it was a good 4 years. Luckily, I can't say I'm like. Interestingly enough, it might be influence of like other people having skills I don't. I don't like the word talent, because I feel like it takes away a lot of the... It's a convenient word for people without skills to apply to people with skills to lament why they don't have them. You're trying to finish it right turn 3. Yeah. Like, that's how I view the word talent. So, I like, to me, a talent would be like, oh, you can hear something once and recreate it. Right? Even though you've never been trained in how to play. That would be a talent. But the skill is being able to, like, let's say, play the piano. I can't consider myself a talented person. I don't think I am. If I were to say have one talent, one of them, the only one that I would ever associate with myself is a good brain that holds information very readily when it hears it, like, very few times, especially in a school setting. Because I am going through high school and even college, I was one of those kids where it's like, oh shit, there's a test today? Okay. And then just proceeds to ace the test because, oh, I paid attention in class? Good enough. I foresee a 100 in my future. And that's about it, right? That's kind of, and that's just like, hey, I learn well. That would be considered, I guess, a talent. Given that some people don't learn well, and if people If it's not like right, you can't say, oh, my talent's walking, because everyone, I don't want to say everyone, but the majority of people can do it, even if you are good at walking. It might be a skill to learn how to power walk or walk with proper grace, poise, and posture, but it's not talent. But a lot of people aren't able to just retain information that they're told like once or twice in a school setting, like on command, pretty darn easily. So that's the only way I would consider myself talented, right? Like, and I think a lot of people, even myself, when I was younger, wanted to say like, oh yeah, this person that can do art, they're so talented. This person that can sing, they're so talented. This person that can like do music and a whole bunch of other stuff, they're talented. And it's like, there might have been a little bit of like, there are definitely people that start at a higher level than others, right? Two people that are told, hey, play soccer at the same time. One of them might just be better than the other due to maybe natural gifts of their physique or the way that they just handle themselves, their natural motor skills, sure. But at the end of the day, a pro soccer player isn't a pro because they're talented. They're a pro because they try hard. They work really hard to get to that level. And you can say the same about any skilled artist, any skilled musician. Any skilled person tries very hard to be good at a thing. And when they get to be at such a good point and put out very impressive things, people without that skill say, oh, they're talented. And I feel like that degrades the effort that they put in, which is why I try and do my most not to say someone is talented. Because I don't want to myself think that I am disrespecting them. Like, they might take someone saying they're talented as a compliment, right? That's on them. But I want to make sure that I'm saying the words that I mean to say with the meaning that I intend to give, and respect with the amount of respect that I think people with the skills deserve. Skills are more important than talent, in my opinion. Agreed. People can be talented at certain things, but true virtuosos than practice and conditions. Agreed. 100%. Okay. Ow, what the hell? Fucking... Okay. Yeah, I should probably save. I haven't saved in a bit. Okay. So what is this? Okay, so just roll through. Oh my god, you... There we go. Okay. What is this area right now? Okay. Okay, so you can go around out to the sides. I guess it's not clear. What even is this? There's nothing stopping me. I don't... Is this meant to be difficult in any way, shape, or form? Like, it seems like you just... Like, the first one seemed a bit difficult. But then this second one just... Like, once you realize that you just have to go straight, and, like, I guess there's just sucking you around, and you can just roll kind of through it? Like, what is this? What is this area? Viral incense, what's that? HP of all allies by 1,000, cool. We love it. Got an energy drop, but you can't carry anymore. Okay, fine. That bit of the dungeon was very weird and odd, and I find it confusing and strange. Oh, are we gonna be fighting a dragon on back of a chariot? Because that would be neat. That would be a gimmick. What is... It has wheels on its sides. Wait, does this thing move? Get onto the bird sculpture. Yes. Random boss? Oh, random boss? It's not even like the end of the dungeon boss? Or it's... Like, did the dungeons now have mini bosses in them because they're so long? I'm glad we got it working, but somebody stop this crazy thing! The great wind dragon is most likely just beyond. We must endure this to reach our goal. Oh, hello there, sir. Okay. God damn it, why are you so... Doesn't seem like too bad of a fight, but I mean, it just seems very strange that you're just gonna give me a boss fight like this seemingly close to the dragon without just being the dragon. Honestly, kind of seems like a weird, very odd decision. Okay, my question is, should I have because the sideways wind, as I discussed previously, the sideways wind seems to be independent of the, whereas I probably should use this one. Whereas the upwards wind is the only one that is effective. I'm trying to meet a boss quota. I mean, honestly, it does make me wonder if maybe they're like, hey, this dungeon's too easy. Because like, there's nothing in the dungeon that really screams difficult. It's just like, oh, okay, go through it with a little, like, the first part was just kind of normal exploration with nothing really special. The second part was hit the buttons to lower the crystals to get through, and then the third part was the weird, just kind of roll forward continuously bit. So it makes me wonder if they're just like, yeah, this wasn't like all that hard, so let's put like a weird, like, interesting set piece boss. Sort of like the running section in Salsetta, like when you're going up the tower, which is a really cool boss. Like, not gonna lie, in terms of like interesting East bosses, or interesting East boss sequences, because you don't really fight the thing, but you're just running away from it. I really enjoy it, because that's a good way to be like, hey, here's like this cool dash item that you needed to like kind of traverse the thing. You really need it now. I like it. I thought it was really cool. And I wish they did a little bit more like weird fun bosses like that, instead of just having it be like, hey, here's a boss in an arena, kill it. Like, hey, here's a boss, run away from it. I would really enjoy that. Like, or even go like, or like I feel like it probably wouldn't work in this game, but maybe once I get to 9 and feel the like different ways to traverse things, like maybe with a bunch of different traversal options, it would be like, oh man, I really wish they had almost like a Shadow the Colossus-esque boss, where it's like, hey, you gotta like you got this big thing to climb, you gotta use the traversal options to climb it and kill it, which would be pretty neat. But I'm not gonna hold my breath for a boss like that, given that most of the bosses are just like, hey, here's a boss, kill it, don't get hit. And I can appreciate that. The games know what they are, and they experiment a little bit here and there. That's a real treat if you play the rest of the East game. Nice. Well, that's kind of the intent behind this, because as I said, I started with East 8, which is, like, I feel like a lot of people started with it because it was a new one, and a lot of people really enjoyed it. It was big, more more JRPG-like in terms of story, scale, scope, and length. And there's a lot to do, play around, run around, find in the game. And I figured, before I go to 9, go to the next one, let's play all the other ones. Let's see what this game series really has to offer, and let myself experience going forward through quality of life and ending at 9 instead of doing 8 and 9 and then trying to go backwards and hitting myself in the face with the Cold Steel 2 Trails in the Sky quality of life stick. It isn't quite as long, but it's a good thing. Okay. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard that, like, because they focused a bit more on verticality of the exploration, that, like, the area that you have to explore isn't as large. Which I don't mind, because I feel like a lot of people, especially after Skyrim, in the West, right, Western RPGs, it was really just like, oh, how big is your world? How many Skyrims can you fit in it? And it's like, that was their marking point, where it's like, how big can we make our world, not how well fleshed out or interesting or fun can it be. Whereas if you go from East 8, it's like, oh, what are you going to do? Are you going to make a bigger island to explore? Like, just make it larger so you have to run around more area? But no, they decided to go the opposite way, where it's like, condense it, but make it taller, basically, or deeper. Make it more in-depth. Because, let's be real here, in Lacrimosa Adana, there's not much depth to each of the individual areas, they're just a lot of areas to go to. Right, it's like, okay, yeah, some of them might go up and down, but you can still just kind of see it all on the map. There are some dungeons that have multiple layers, but there aren't, like, all that many. There's, like, 2 or 3 layers, and it's like, okay, there's not much depth to the areas, there's just a lot of them. The area is quite a bit smaller than East 8, but at least it allows for less loading between. Also true. Not as many loading areas is nice. Not that the loading ever really took all that long in East 8, but regardless. You feel a strange but familiar presence. But yeah, I think going... Like, I don't think it's necessarily bad to go from a bigger game to a smaller one afterwards as, like, a sequel. Like, if the entire idea is, like, oh yeah, this game's gonna be longer than the last one, at what point do you just have to be like, this game, like, we're gonna start to make games that are too long. That overstay their welcome, right? Because you can only make the combat so interesting. You can only have so many bosses, so many enemies. At a certain point, it's going to be like, okay, I'm... like, the combat or whatever has worn out its welcome, and I just kind of want to be done. And you never want to reach that point in the game. You never want to reach a point where you're just like, just let me get to the end, because I don't care about actually playing the game anymore. Yeah, this game is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Oh, God. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 what was interesting, because I don't think I ever got to that point. I got to a point where I was comfortable with everyone and what blades they had on them, so I didn't really have any reason or impetus to change out my blades to try out different, like, moves. So it was just me using, like, 1 or 2 blades continuously and being like, okay, yeah, I'll just... Now I'm, like, autopiloting for the story instead of playing the game really, like, intensively. Or in, like, focused in any kind of way. Because Xenoblade Chronicles 2, what I did, because I didn't play it on stream, I just played 3 on stream, was once I got Mithra, I did a crit build where you, like, you basically make it so, like, every time Rex does a crit, or, like, make it so, like, basically every time he does an attack, he crits. And Mithra has a top move that, like, once you get to a certain point in her blade relationship thing, whenever you crit, the move re-pops, and you can use it again. So I would just be mashing, essentially, Y, and you would just be going over and over and over, or playing SMT3 Nocturne. That game gets really annoying after a certain point, especially when it's difficult. Okay, interesting. I do plan to eventually play Nocturne 3, whether or not it's on the channel or whether or not it's on by myself. I'm not sure. I'm honestly debating what SMT game I kind of want to christen my channel with first, because I did a few streams way back in the day of base P5, which is why is on the best girl list. But I do eventually plan to play P5R, Strikers, and some other SMT games. But I might put it like maybe one day when like the channel is, or when like the chat is very active. Maybe I'll ask, because I got a few, like I got 3 separate SMT games that I'm like, which do I want to play first on the channel? So maybe once there's a few more people in, I can be like, hey, which one? And we can see if we can come to a consensus about it. But once again, I do eventually plan to play a bunch of them. I have SMT5. I find it to be pretty solid since it has a big game. Okay. Yeah, I think SMT5 is... I have mixed feelings about SMT5, and I can go into them after this. Oh, human warrior! I bid you welcome! Thou standest in a garden high in the heavens, wherein I wanted the wind dragon make my dwelling. Oh, the games are amazing. I just felt that 5 was best for me to start with. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a good starter game. I'm not going to deny that. And I like a lot of the things that it does. But once again, I'm about to enter a boss fight, so I think I have to focus on it, because I will just... When I'm trying to talk about something, like a game or something, I'm trying to play a different game, I'll find that because I'm either trying to split my focus between the two, I'll either poorly play the game or ramble and do about the thing that I'm trying to talk about while I'm playing the game. I can't do both, unfortunately. I have to mindlessly be playing the game, like navigating a dungeon or something, when I'm talking about something else. Apologies, I will get back to it. So if I forget to get back to it, please remind me. Adol asked the voice how to stop the wind of destruction. It said nay. Great wind dragon, please give us the answer we seek. What exactly is the wind of destruction? Is it true that it will bring about the end of Altago? Dragons will sustain the world, right? Can you stop this wind with your divine powers? Ooh. You're chunkier than I was expecting. Oh god, I was expecting you to be like a long-necked dragon, not a weird toad-looking dragon with wings. More like a bat, honestly. Muanti. Ugh, god. You're kind of gross. Destined warrior, prove thy worth. Once again, you still don't answer me. Thy soul, thy body. Thou shalt have my power whence thou hast proven thy worth. Okay. Incoming. Okay, so what's going on here? Oh god, you got a lot of stuff. Okay, cool. Not a fan of the... What? Okay, cool. Okay, bitch, like... Oh my god. Do you... Oh god, I don't know if he even has, like, defense. Okay, we're just gonna... What are you doing, bud? He has everything, but the worst is yet to come. Oh, great. Looking forward to it. Oh god, oh god, oh god, laser beam. God damn it. Oh god! What is this? What the hell was that? Oh my god, that's... Gonna claim some garbanzo beans on that one. And I'm not even halfway through this bitch. There's doors. Because I mean, like, that's like if you do not dodge, you're just done. And also, like, there's so much period, right? Because he charges up his laser blast. And if you don't dodge that, then you're getting hit. God damn it, dude. Why? Really wish blocking and dodging in this game worked a bit different. Back down. Okay, love it. Luckily, panic ain't the worst. We'll pick up armors and sing as well. Probably too bad. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. So this is where you want to be dodging. Okay, come on. Like, what are you... Like, what are you expecting me to be able to do there in terms of, like, availability of options? Like, there's only so much freaking arena that I can go. If you're hugging the fucking wall, and I need to not be close to you. Fucking tits. And then you do the spin, and that also damages you. God, you're annoying. Laser tracks you. Yeah, it's not great. I mean, yeah, the laser tracks you, it spins, but it's more the dash afterwards. It's just obnoxious as hell. Okay, you know, it feels like a waste to use a Panacea because it's cure all. Like, I wish there was a cure poison. Like, I can't say I find many JRPGs that only have a cure-all status item, right? Like, usually it's like, I guess a Trails version where it's like, hey, the heal-all one is kind of a special one. Yep, fucking... absolute garbage. This, like, absolute garbage. I hate this. Like, every dragon has been annoying in extremely different and increasingly worse ways. Like, the first one was like a classic enemy kind of annoyance where it's like, hey, you have to kill the things to hurt them, to get them into the damage phase. Which is annoying in its own way, understandably, but it's rather common. Second one is just, hey, this one is just really, really healthy, and then... yeah, no. It's just really, really healthy, has a whole shit ton of HP, just absolutely sucks, and then it will also just do a shit ton of damage to you. Okay, what the like, dude. like, what the actual hell are you expecting in terms of, like, things you can do in that situation? Like, I don't know how many frames he travels. It's not many. Like, he does not have many frames. Like, he dashes across that entire field in, like, no time. And, like, this move just sucks, because if you're in the middle of attacking, he's just going to hit you twice. Like, this boss fight is increasingly annoying in the worst ways. And, like, damn shame, because once again, I like Ys games. I think that's clear. I wouldn't play through this many of them if I thought they were bad and I did not like them. However, boy howdy, some of them just really suck ass. Like, even the games that I had the toughest time with, right? Like Oath and Falgana, I had a tough time, like, beating. Like, I don't think that, I know the way that I played that game, and I can tell you it was tough. At least for me. But even on the tough boss fights, that I'm like, oh man, this is, like, really hard. Like, it never got to the point where, yeah, you can't, discovered you can't block that. Well, Falgana is the hardest game. Yes, Falgana is hard, but none of the boss fights felt as dumb and gimmicky as some of these dragon fights. Like, one of the fights that I had the hardest time with was the Ice Wyvern, and a lot of people did not have trouble with the Ice Wyvern, and good on them. Even that one, even though I raged at it, did not feel as gimmicky and bad as this one, because at least the tools were there and I comprehended it, and that there was, like, an actual way to deal with the things. In this one, there aren't, like, sufficient tools to be able to deal with all the things that they're throwing at me. Which makes me feel like, hey, not great. Like, yeah, you give me the dodge, you give me the block, but the block is not quick enough, and the dodge is present, but some of the boss enemies just don't behave in a way that lets you dodge. Yeah, so I'm not too pleased with some of these choices that they made in this game's design. Which, you know, I would love to say give them the benefit of the doubt, right? But this is not the first Ys game either. It's the first one in this engine, so I can give them a little bit of leeway on how some of the things handle. Like, oh, yeah, they don't have the spot, or I don't want to say spot, they don't have the flash guard or flash step yet. Okay, fine. But, like, you're handing me a boss that does that with no real easy way to be able to do anything about it? Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna... Like, I hate it. Dodged it that time, just not doing a show. Yeah, I dodged it because I really, really tried hard. But, like, in this game, like, you're gonna give me a boss that gives a variety of status ailments very easily, but you're gonna give me the only item that cures status effects is this one. I don't know if I can even buy it anywhere. I haven't seen it available in any shops. And I presumably can probably only carry a max of 3 to 5. But I have 3 characters in my party, and this boss can apply multiple different status ailments, curse, poison, and confusion at different points, and I have no real way to deal with any of them should I use all of my panaceas. And the only way to, quote-unquote, deal with it is to not get hit, which, I mean, I guess is the entire point. The entire idea of the items in the first place is to mitigate the negative effects of getting hit. It's like... and I'm like, And I would love to give the benefit of the doubt, but these people make trails, so they have the concept of an idea of not just having an only hero. Because between the two game series, they share basically all of, except for like heavy status, they share all of the status effects. Just maybe not in how they're used, or how they apply. Fuck this dragon. God damn. Dab on all them haters. Ugh. You stupid ass bat looking motherfucker. Very well. Unto thee I shall grant my succor. Thou shalt have my wind. Ugh. Wind Dragon Stone, can I crush it into dust and huff it? Because that's all it will be good for. Yeah, those who may follow the ones I address herein, I grant thee my protection. Cool. The divine protection of the Wind Dragon entered Mashera's body. Mashera can now use Wind Legion as her extra skill. Wind Legion. We are legion, for we are many. Great Wind Dragon, I thank you. However, we still have questions. And I shall not answer them. We shall not interfere. For this world desireth it doom. Huh? The end is near. Warrior, fight as thou wilt with my power. Okay, we did that. Let's see what other things. What did the dragon just say? Go silent for a bit because there's some plot coming up that's fun to say the least. Okay, nice. What did the dragon just say? I'm uncertain of the exact details, but it does seem as though the end of Altago is unavoidable. It sounds like the dragons can only watch. They don't seem to have the power to stop it. What does it all mean, though? What we do know for certain is that the wind of destruction will soon begin to blow. We must hurry and collect all of the dragon stones. Yeah, we might be able to get more information as we do, too. Oh, but what are you going to do about the next sanctum, Adol? We already visited the altars of the 3 surviving tribes. The last 2 are the Sea Dragon's altar on Ruins Island and the Moon Dragon's altar, which is out there somewhere. No one knows where the Moon altar is? That's what Ciarius told me. The 2 remaining altars are both going to give us some trouble. Sure, return to Ciarius. I'm sure you'd like an update, and you may have even found something in this sea of books. Alright, let's head back to Iska. Cool. You gonna teleport me there, or? Okay. Just give me anything. Dragon Stone, Dragon Balls, Dragon Rocks, Dragon Hard Objects. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Dragons like hard things. And hard things like being identified as dragon-like. Reporting in. The warrior seems to be continuing his meetings with the dragons. At this juncture, he has already acquired 3 of the 5 powers. Preparations for the rite are complete. The time is near. We must begin. Random villain insertion at the end? We must bring a hammer down upon this vile, corrupted land and end all with the wind of destruction. Understood. Okay, just throwing in villains right at the end. Hey, here's who you're fighting against. Okay. So that's good. Let's save so I never have to do that again. Like, there are games where I'm like, man, maybe at some point, maybe if I ever really get the longing, I might go back and play at some point. Maybe even an East game. This is not one of them. I can tell you that. This game, while fun, is most certainly not an East game that I feel like I will ever have a strong desire to revisit. But as I was saying, because I remembered SMT5. So I think SMT5 has a lot of quality of life upgrades in terms of a Demon Compendium and those kinds of things. It's very interesting with the open world sections where you can go around, explore and stuff. I think that's all really good, and the combat is nice, and it's really cool, and it's visual flashiness, and I think it like looks really nice, although it'd be a lot better if it wasn't on Switch, being held back by fucking draw distance of nothing. But regardless, it's all great. I think SMT is weak though in the story compared to other SMT games, because, and I've said this on stream before, because you spend so little time with any other people other than Aogami and Amanazako. Yeah, which is on PC, agreed. And it probably will eventually, but there's probably like an exclusivity period or something, or they're busy porting it, I don't know. But basically, because you don't spend any time with the people that you basically have to choose between, at no point did I feel like, oh, I want to side with them, right? Whereas in SMT4, which I did play, SMT Devil Survivor 2, which I played, and I'm only mentioning those because I also played Persona 5, but that doesn't really have options in terms of how you progress through the story in terms of choices, really. Like, those games, it's like, oh, I've spent time with each of the people, and I can hear their viewpoints, I see their viewpoints, and I get to choose because I feel strongly about supporting one of them. Whereas SMT5, it's like, I don't know these people all that well, and frankly, they don't seem all that well developed, and I barely spent any time with them, and yet they're trying to make these choices seem, like, attractive. And it got to the point where I was like, I just want to go for the true end first time because I don't think I want to go through again and play it for different endings. Which kind of sucked in its own way because, like, you're actually, like, level gated to the true end. Like, you have to get to a certain level before the game even lets you try and do the true end, which required a whole bunch of grinding, and it sucked. And I'm glad that I saved a whole bunch of, like, the Testament or whatever items that just, like, level you up, and didn't use them. But yeah, like, SMT5 definitely had the weakest story, and I'm hoping that SMT6, whatever that is, or whenever it may happen, they've realized this, and they're able to take, like, the good parts of SMT5 and kind of evolve on them and make the story a bit better. And also the true end didn't even, like, feel all that great. It kind of felt like... It felt like the most garbage of true ends, if we're being real. Because it was like, yeah, yes, you got the true end. Good job. Everything, like, you have now released yourselves from freaking higher powers deciding fate and whatever. Or did you? And it's like, oh, great. Fucking, so you're basically saying it didn't even matter that I went through everything to get the true end. Great. Fuck. Awesome. Way to make it feel actual garbage that I just didn't pick a fucking side. Whatever. Whereas in, like, Devil Survivor, it's like, oh yeah, pick one of, like, these 5 people, and it's like, yeah, you get some, like, different ones, at least. You good, Dougie? Yeah, okay. Oh, Adolf. I assume you're able to meet with the dragons. I just finished investigating the ancient records as well. Would you mind giving me a comprehensive account of what happened in the sanctums? Yeah, I'm Adolf. Well, 6 won't be up for a couple of years. Yep, Soul Hackers 2 was apparently bad, and I think honestly they go back to the drawing board, or they focus on Persona 6 at this point. I mean, I think they've probably been working on 6. I heard Soul Hackers 2 has really good characters, but the dungeon design was poor. Like, character interactions, character personality, I've heard, has been quite strong, and combat was fun, but dungeon exploration was a bit bland and slow, which is why they added dash buttons, and also of course you have to mention the Atlas horrible freaking annoying ass DLC stuff where it's like, oh, we're gonna put, like, demons behind DLC and all these things. It's like, dude, come on. Like, just sell the fucking clothes. Like, don't sell demons. Don't be like that, please. I see. And then destruction and the end of Altago. As I thought, a great calamity approaches us. Yeah, the dragons warned us about it. None of them would tell us anything concrete on what to do. Could I at least receive stones from them now? Based on what they told us, it seems like we're supposed to collect them all. Gotta collect them all! I'd all collect them! I see. So you returned here to check in before heading to the Sea Sanctum, then? Perhaps Gaius has already informed you, but the Moon Sanctum's location is unknown. All knowledge of it perished with the Iskanelder line 200 years ago. Oh, crap, that's no good. I had heard rumors of this, but I did not know it was true. Indeed. Among the responsibilities of the Elder Visco was a task that only he was capable of carrying out. Gotta catch 'em all, poke dragon stones, right? As the elder of the tribe that reveres the Dragon of Harmony, he served as the mediator amongst all the tribes. Perhaps the Edonians were not pleased with Iska's privileged status, and so decided to put an end to them. My people have really done that? Yes! I had no idea. Man, that's horrible! Fuck them! That is why I'm merely the acting elder. If the elder line had survived, we may have been able to figure out a way to the Moon Sanctum. Unfortunately, even the remaining records contain no information on it. The very first altar you found in the ancient shrine was a temporary one, built to house the energy of the moon. I believe it to be linked with the real altar, hidden nearby. So in other words, you're saying we don't have any solid info on the Moon Dragon's altar, right? So our next move is the Sea Sanctum, then. Yes. It should be accessible from the altar on Ruins Island. Problem, however, is that it's off limits to all citizens, by order of the Dragon Knights. Furthermore, you'll require the aid of the Edonian Elder to enter the Sea Sanctum. Alright. Yeah, neither of those problems have any clear solution. It's awful, just awful! Strange voice. Oh, hello. Guys, something horrible has happened! What's the matter? It's... Altargo City was engulfed by an ominous fog of tremendous energy just now. The wind of destruction! Oh, crap, that's no good. Really, Crushi, you want to say anything more clearly? What did you say? You heard her. What do you mean? Explain. We only saw it from far away. But we're certain it's not good. And from the looks of it, there are monsters heading toward it too. You mean? It sounds as though something unsettling is transpiring in Altargo City. You don't say. No. We need to go see what's happening. Sure, we run the risk of getting arrested, but this is too big to ignore. Yeah. Okay, sounds like a plan, Stan. But first of all, I'm gonna go buy some healing items. Hey, Wolf Slash, how's it going, my man? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, speaking of games, in general, I guess, I am really looking forward to January for Fire Emblem Engage when it comes out. Like, holy the little stuff that I have seen, looks great, and I'm purposely not watching trailers and more stuff because I don't want to be spoiled on it. And, like, I'm very excited to try and go in as, like, blind as possible at this point. 50 hours in Pokemon, it got me hooked. Nice! I'm conflicted, because I probably eventually will get the game. I just want it to be patched a bit more so it's not running on essentially spaghetti. Because, like, all the glitches and stuff, and all, like, the weird stuff, I'm like, I don't want to buy the game in this state. I'll wait for it to be patched before I actually get to it. Because, I mean, there are all the discussions going online, and it's a combination of, like, hey, timeline for making of these Pokemon games far too short. More time, they should have more employees, better trained employees who are actually, like, competent at making games in 3D, and a whole bunch of things. A lot of things go into why the game not great at launch, but I'm conflicted because a lot of people are saying, yeah, it's a really fucking fun game. Performance is garbage, but I hope it patches well. Yeah, patches well. And that's exactly the thing, right? Like I want patches to come out so the game performs well, and the frame rate is not garbage, and the draw distance is not absolute ass, because it shouldn't be, because the Switch is capable of running freaking Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which is there, but the game is really fun, as I've heard. And I don't doubt this, so I'm really conflicted. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait for it to get patched, and then I'll probably get it and play it. And I also heard that you can apparently like play just about the entire game and all of its like content in co-op. Like, has that actually like pretty well implemented. Like, you advance your story when you're playing with friends and stuff, which is really cool. I like that, so I'll be able to play with Rias because he plans to get a Switch at some point. But I'm like, yeah, I need to wait for it, like, so I can purchase it with at least a little bit more of a clear conscience or clear mind. It's like, okay, I'll wait for it to be patched. Buy synthesize. Okay, I need to buy some items on hand. 2 of them, 5, 4. It's a good thing that I've been just saving my money. Like, it's a good thing I just like keep the bandit gloves on at all times. But yeah, I've heard it's really fun, and I got like, I almost got sad because basically, like, me and Rias, when we were just like chilling the other day, we were looking at the Pokedex, and I'm like, god damn it, a lot of these look pretty damn cool, and I want to play it so I could have them. So I could like, you bastards, why does the game not have to perform well? Why must you rush your developers? Or even, like, 'cause the thing is, right, everyone, like, they have so much money that they could hire more than enough people to have teams that are got 6 shinies already? Damn, I've never regularly encountered a shiny Pokemon, ever. Like, the only shiny that I've ever caught was Red Gyarados in Silver. Every other time, it's been, like, through trading. But noise. But it's like a lot of like, I guess I'll say it like Pokemon, Nintendo and stuff, they have more than enough money to be able to hire enough developers and stuff to have multiple teams, to have like multiple games in the pipeline at the same time, such that they could work on a yearly release, but each one has multiple years because a certain year's release is that team's release instead of the other 2 teams, right? And just have it be kind of like a rolling yeah, they have 2 teams, and that's still not enough. They need more. More! Legend of Arceus was the B team. Yeah, and Legend of Arceus was pretty damn good. I really enjoyed it. It was interesting. And, like, it performed better. But why care if plushies make more money? I mean, plushies do make a lot of money. Like, I imagine the profit margin on a plushie is actually quite high. But I mean, it really just comes down to, I'm gonna go Shine Art because I think that'll be a little bit faster. But it's the aspect of, they got so much in the pipeline where it's like, hey, you need to release the anime at this point, the card game at this point, the plushies at this point, the game at this point. Like, no delays are like allowable. Like, it's just, no, you do not get to delay. And it's like, guys, come on. If you like, and that's the thing. If I'm not saying that is like, I do think it's a bad thing to make it so like you cannot, like, it's like, hey, you're not allowed to delay a game. If it's not ready, it's not ready. You should be allowed to delay. But if you're going to operate under the understanding that delays are essentially going to be looked at as like non-allowable, then you do need to recognize that you need to have a sufficient number of people to make it so the products that you're putting out are not garbage. Because like every other aspect of, I guess, because you can almost think of it this way, right? The anime takes time to make, right? You need people to draw it, so it needs a decent level of quality, else people won't watch it. The games need time and quality, or else people will rip on it like they do. Whereas the trading card game and the plushies, once the designs are there, you're kind of good, right? You have to commission the people to draw the Pokemon art and, you know, figure out how you're going to balance the cards in the competitive sense. But once it's done, it's just a matter of printing it ad nauseum. And the plush is much the same. Once you have the Pokemon designs, and it's like, okay, how do we plushify them? How do we put them in a factory to get them going, to get them assembled? It's like, okay, you can just make them. But in terms of the amount of time and effort behind making a piece of card art and a plush, it's much more individualistic intensive, right? Because, as we talked about earlier, it's a skill to be able to draw well. And to be able to have skill at a level where it can be commercialized, that's high level skill. Like the Pokemon card art. However, that's one artist. You can commission 100 artists all at the same time, all with the same deadline, and get 100 cards. That's like, okay, ready to go print. Same with the plushes, where it's like, okay, once you have 100 different new Pokemon designs and you plushify them, boom, that's it, that's done. But an anime and a game, they don't have that benefit of just like asking one person to do it all. You need a team with many different levels all working in tandem to put out a product that requires a lot of man hours and a lot of just base time, right? Because it's not just like, oh yeah, throw people at the object, but having more people does help. In certain cases, and which is why you bring up the different teams. Even anime studios will have different teams. That way, you're not running your entire studio ragged to put out anime every single season. It's like, okay, we're gonna have A, B, and C. That way, you can have a rolling season of like, okay, you guys work on this one. This one's coming up in 2 seasons. This one's going out next one. This one's going out in 3. That kind of thing. Pokemon, I feel like, has enough money and capital and all that stuff to be able to have like 3 or 4 teams. Like, instead of just A and B, have A through D. And have it go that way. But whatever. I think this conversation has been held at many other points online, and every single time a Pokemon game comes out, it's hell. But I hope at some point they get back to more like experimental Pokemon games, like Pokemon Ranger or like Pokemon Conquest. Like, I really liked those games. Even though I didn't finish Pokemon Ranger, I just remember liking it because of how different it was, right? It's like, okay, like using Pokemon, but not in the standard Pokemon formula. Like, I really enjoyed it. What in the heavens? A dark fog. This doesn't feel right. This is more spiritual miasma than a mere fog. We are protected by the power of the dragons, but anyone else exposed to this will undoubtedly experience adverse effects. Colosseum was awesome. Colosseum was great. I like Colosseum, not just because like of the battle mode, but because of all the mini games in it. Like, the mini games in that were fucking awesome. The Shadow Pokemon and Double. Oh wait, no wait. I was thinking. What's the one that I'm thinking of? Because I remember I got this mixed up last time we brought it up, Wolf Slash. Colosseum, Gale of Darkness and Colosseum are the ones where it's like they give you the EVs and it's a bit more mature storyline with those. The one I'm thinking of is the one for the N64. Stadium, Pokemon Stadium. That's why I get mixed up, because Colosseum and Stadium are very similar in what they are. Yeah, Pokemon Stadium. I love Pokemon Stadium's mini games. But yeah, like, Gale of Darkness and Pokemon Colosseum are exactly that, where it's like, hey, like, do more interesting things, right? Like, I would love it if, even if they didn't really change all that much, but like, instead of having the starters be the fire, water, grass triangle, have it be a different triangle. Because like, you have so many other triangles currently in the Pokemon type charts. Like, do a different triangle at the start. Like, it doesn't always have to be fire, water, grass. like do something different. Have it be dark ghost and fighting, or whatever it is, or what's that? Psychic? Yeah, it's dark ghost psychic, I think, is the triangle. I think, maybe, can't quite remember. Just do something different. Like, something to throw you off. Because, I mean, like, Wolflash, you probably know better than me, but it seems like this is like the first Pokemon game where you're not forced to go to gyms in any specific order. Sort of like Gen 1, and I think Gen 2, you have like some option of going into them in different order. And in this one, it seems like because you're just like let loose in the world, you can kind of just go freely through all the gyms, as far as I understand. Like, that's cool. That's new. I like that. Yes and okay. But I like that openness where it's like you're just doing something different. You're changing it somehow. I like that. They don't scale. Okay. So you can go to them in any order. However, you might get your shit kicked in if you go to the Gym 8 as your first one. Anyone else exposed to this will undoubtedly experience adverse events. So that would be a thing where that would be a way they could improve the next Pokemon game. Hopefully that one comes out in 2 years and not next year. Hopefully next year they released, I don't know, something experimental. Like, I don't know, friggin' Pokemon Gear Solid game. I wouldn't say no. It would at least be interesting. I'm Solid Ekans. That's not good. Okay, that's all I can take. The princess may be in danger. I need to go. We shall meet again. See ya. Hi. There she goes. Sure impatient. But it is true that anyone in the sea may be in danger. There seem to be monsters here too. Maybe we should take a look around. These people probably need some help. I would most definitely agree. If anyone is outside and was unable to escape, he or she will be in danger for certain. Not all. What about Tia and Maya? We should split up. Come. You three split up and survey the city. Look for any explanation you can find for this mess. Report back to me if you discover anything pertinent or abnormal. Got it. Understood. Your wish is my command. You're looking for someone from the old town, right? You search there. We'll handle the rest. Alright. Good luck. That all. Doki, please be careful. See you guys later. Okay, cool. Tia and Maya could be in danger. We should hurry to Old Town. Makes me wonder if I'm gonna get Aisha in my party because I don't have any options left for my range other than changing Adult to the ranged weapon type. Or Pierce weapon type. It's you guys, you're alive! Monster attack to save without a moment's warning. People begin to flock to the tavern for safety. Didn't hear any monsters for a while, so I figured I'd come out inside and survey the damage. Cough, cough. Back fog as thick as pea soup. What happened? Took refuge at a tavern for a while, and I got curious about what's happening, and man, I only just now finished cleaning this rubble. But cough, cough, the air is really heavy. Heavy air. That's not what you'd like to describe air as. Cough, cough. Not all. Over there. What are they doing to Maya? Addo, we got Saber. Die, you bastards! No one touches daughter! Adoptive daughter! Hey, Maya, are you okay? Damn, we need to get indoors pronto. There you are. There you are. You! I thought you had run away. We'll talk later. Right now we need to get Maya indoors. Right. Now go to the sanctuary. It's more outside than the other buildings. What's wrong, Maya? Is this something you want to tell us? Must be looking for Tia. That was probably why she ran out of here before. What? Wait, where's Tia? Not in Old Town, that much I can say. I suspect she's out in the city somewhere. That's not good. Adult proposed that he and Dougie search for Tia. Yeah. Maya, it'll be alright. We'll bring Tia back. She fell asleep. Must have been really worried about Tia. Of course. I suspected the accusations against you two were misplaced from the very start. You aren't criminals, I'm sure of it. I leave the search for Tia in your capable hands. Alright. Adol, let's go. Let's do it. Let's go find Tia. Let's go find Tia. Who I presume is a member of the Iskin Elder line, because that would be plot convenient. And also necessary. Hey, it's you! Didn't you guys run away from Cousin? Well, does it matter here for some pointy objects? Stock new goods. Cool. Stone sword. Go, damn, okay. God, should I bother wasting my... Because I could buy the Elhead Knuckle, and that's 100 boost for him. Yeah, let's do that. Now the question is, do I want to? Right, because that's Damascus, and it's at least kind of rapid snipe. Like, God damn it, that's better. Oh well, doesn't really matter. As long as I upgrade. Because that doesn't change if I increase my attack. This... giant edge... Well, actually, I'm back here after the first time in a long while. I can finally buy that SP increasing thing. I'm gonna buy new armor because I think that that's just smart. Garmin shield. Yo, Garmin! New shield. There we go. Just because I don't want to... Like, I don't want to be taking as much damage. But... we're here. Bless me. Bye. You were... synthesize. Item. Dragon energy. Cure all status ailments. Make one more of those. Barl, Ensign. Five? Vitality Belt. I can't. Okay. So let's go up and. Oh, go that way. Of course, I need to go right. I'm hoping to be able to get to the unique item or the special item shop to be able to buy the SP increasing accessory. Let's also save. Because I didn't actually buy a new sword for Adol, did I? I didn't upgrade it. I don't think I did, at least. That's because the endgame ones, as I believe Rav said last time, are really good. And it's better to save for those than it is to upgrade every single one. The door's locked, means a fucker? Yeah, bust it open. I need to buy your stuff. Monsters! You're humans. You're the ones who tried to hit me on that one time. How dare you break your way into the shop at a time like this? Get out! I don't ever want to see your faces again. You'll go out on a limb and say we're not welcome here. Bitch! I want to buy some stuff, yeah. Oh well. Welcome to the #1 business, I'll tell you. Yeah. Everyone else is like, you have some gall coming here. It's like, bitch, I just want to buy your shit. Get out of here. Increases stun rate by 3. That's not bad. Aeolocern. Seal makes that go up faster. Yeah, bow bandana. Increase the SP gain by its wearer during combat. Okay. So if I put this on Adol, Adol has to be the one that I do things with to get more SP. Now, I am going to be real. I would imagine that the Ares seal is more for like a New Game Plus kind of situation where you're just going to have a lot more time. I don't think I have enough left in the game to be able to save up to that, which is why I'm willing to buy the battle bandana first. But I am going to keep the bandit gloves on at all, just because I want to keep my money up, because I still have to buy a whole bunch of healing items every time I do a boss. Because every single time I do a boss, I use like all of my healing items. Which is kind of annoying. So we're just exploring. Hey. Oh, hey. Oh, hey guys. How's it look? Harbor's in terrible shape. A pack of giant monsters from the sea tore the place apart. Oh, the ships have already been sunk. What? Are you serious? I was able to finish them off, of course, so that particular danger is at least gone. How about you guys? Well... Guys! Strange voice. Okay. Jue, what's wrong? It's horrible. The Dragon Knights up ahead have been slaughtered! Butchered like animals! Fuck yeah! Butcher them, Dragon Knights. What? What do you mean? Are you really scary-looking guys going on a total killing spree? The palace is full of dead bodies. It's completely drenched in blood. Who in the world? You can't just stay here at all. Let's go. Fuck yeah. You guys join your party. Okay. So... yeah. That makes me want to go buy one of the better Pierce weapons. That way at least I have options. But I guess right now, just keep it at what it is. Hope that I'm going to be going into kind of like a fight where in an area where I do not need the Pierce weapon type. Yeah, fucking Dragon Knights get slaughtered! God, I hope we find fucking what's-his-face douchebag Magoo just fucking torn apart. This is terrible. Who would do this? Whoever it was, they're skilled and dangerous. We should hurry. I'm willing to bet, you know, I'm gonna call it now. I think it's what's-his-face. The very proper guy. I'm trying to remember his name. The dude that seemed to know Tia. Gonna go on a limb and say it's him. I don't know though. He just seems like he gives off one of those vibes where it's like, yeah, he seems like an alright guy, but then as soon as like he gets that evil look on his face, you're like, oh, how didn't I see it? I can't go revisit my cell. Damn. Come on. So much like Trails in the Sky first chapter, right? Where it's like, if you don't know who the villain is, and then you're like, oh, then you get shown who it is, or the thing happens that reveals who it is, and you're like, oh, you know what? Now that I look at him, yeah, he kind of totally looks evil as shit when you think about it. Yeah, I'll kill him. It's the last thing I do. Holy. Yeah, fucking awesome. Kill the douchebag, Prime Minister. You! I should have known. You're in on this with him. What are you talking about? What happened here? Who did this? You made it. You're alive. Yo, what's up, Seagrin? Seagrin, you alright? I'm fine. Don't worry about me. You must go to the Princess Aisha's aid. The man responsible for what you see before you is Commander Sias called. What? What? Yo, what's up, dude? Edgeboy Magoo wielding black sword. Unwinnable fight income. Ah, okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna call your bluff. I'm gonna win that fight. Halt. I will not allow you to go any farther. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, the black... It's the black cloak. Black cloaks just look evil. It's the Fire Emblem Druid look, where it's like in Fire Emblem Base, if I remember right, the only way you can get a druid on your party, or on your team, is to do a special optional map and then recruit him. Otherwise, the only druids you ever encounter in the entire game are always enemies. And they're dressed in black, have red trim, and they use dark magic. And you're like, oh, okay, it's just an enemy type. And it's like, yep. In your head, it's just immediately locked in, like, yep, this is just villain garb. And him looking like this with that cloak, yep, villain. Boom. How do you not see it? I'm afraid that I won't do. My goal was to kill the Prime Minister. But if I also dispatch the princess, my work here will be complete. Murder, scoundrel! Sias, why are you doing this? You're the Altagenian Falcon. You fought bravely against the Romans, sworn enemies of Altago. My enrollment in the Dragon Knights was mere happenstance. Defeating the Romans was merely my putting out the sparks of an imminent fire before it could become a blaze. My loyalty never once lay with the kingdom of Altago. Why would I willingly serve the king? The chief of the tribe that persecuted Iska and destroyed the land's balance. Why do you... There must be some sort of force controlling him. A puppet master pulling the strings. Sias, I will ask you just once. It was you who assassinated His Majesty, was it not? What? Had all the Red's presence was almost too good to be true. It couldn't have worked out better for me. Interesting. See, I was very... I was adamant that I was the Prime Minister. But now that he was killed by him, I am a bit more... Okay. See, he was just... So, the Prime Minister was just capitalizing on a bad event, which made him look very suspicious. Like, okay. He bore all the suspicion that otherwise would have been on me. No. What you have done is unforgivable. No one's asking for forgiveness, bitch. In the first place, they asked about the Prime Minister was the real bad guy. I mean, like, like the way he acts, it makes it seem right because it's like capitalism. We want money. We want to kick out all the poor homeless people out of the slums, knock down their homes, make them even more homeless than they are, and then, you know, just hope that they die and leave, and we'll make it into money districts. Like, villain is shit, man. It's like goddamn Shinra in FF7, where you're just like, oh, wow. Yeah, capitalism. One of the big main enemies. And then it changes. Bryson? Impressive, General. You're the first man ever to exchange more than one blow with me. Damn. But you chose the wrong opponent. Your power is the same power that Adol acquired. No, it's even more. So you noticed. I can't have this getting around, though. You and the princess are not long for this world, dear General. No. See, I kinda wish you had your bow on you, and you could have been maybe, like, helping Dryson. Sias, stop right there! Hello! Well. What is the killer of our beloved king doing here? Have you come to pay your penance? Shut the hell up! You're the one who killed him! Seems you know something we don't. Why don't you tell us, Falcon? Or should I just call you traitor? You talk big for the Iskin Elder's errand boy. You know he's not even the real elder, right? You son of a... I know everything. Adol Christian. I even know that you were chosen as the Dragon Warrior, and that you have obtained 3 Dragon Stones. What? How do you know that? How the hell do you know that? I don't have to answer you. Oh yeah.
Altaginian Falcon, Sias.
But perhaps I will, if you can endure the peerless swordsmanship of the Altaginian Falcon. Damn. Get ready. Bitch. Boom. Get bodied, son. You're nothing compared to Chester. I fought stronger people in my sleep. God, you're hitting like a fucking drug, dude. Oh my god, dude. Oh, good, okay. Okay, yeah, I know you said unwinnable boss fight, but I'm like, I'm doing pretty, like, I feel like if I really tried, I could potentially do it. Damn it. I mean, I guess I'll take it. Okay. Because if I know it's an unwinnable fight, then I might as well. And he's obviously doing a shit ton of damage because it's meant to be unwinnable. And I don't want to just go, I don't want to rip through all my healing items and get to the end where it's like, oh yeah, you actually just can't kill him. I want to play after he hits it. Yeah, that's what I was worried. I was like, I don't want to use healing items to try and do as much as I can and get to like the 1 health and you just can't anymore. Like in CS2, right? There are unwinnable boss fights where you'll do everything and you would one-shot them, but they stay at 1 health, and then they wipe you. It's like, okay, that's what I figured. Yeah. I definitely prefer games where there aren't unwinnable fights, there are just, hey, if you win or don't win, you have different, like, small differences in the cutscene afterwards that, like, recontextualize it, and he one-shots you a half health. Okay. Not all. Doogie! You. Where's this power? This won't do. Hatta, haven't you overcome numerous ordeals all throughout Altago? The great dragons must be cringing in shame at your grievous misuse of their powers. Oh, no you didn't. Oh, no you didn't. I'll tell you one thing, though. To believe the dragon warrior is capable of saving Altago from the wind of destruction is false hope at best and utter delusion at worst. What? What? What do you mean? The 5 dragons already know this. This is merely the beginning of that which must happen according to the one true way, the root of all existence. If you do not understand that, you will never succeed. But, really, you wouldn't prevail even if you did. You will not be able to lay even one finger on me. The root of all existence? Enough of your mind games! Adol, Togi! Yo, what's up? Father? This determination. I've never felt such malice. Such a thirst for blood. Am I an Undertale? Genocide route? Oh no! Who are you? What did you do to them? Poor delegates of the 5 tribes. You have already led the Dragon Warrior to the Sanctums. Your presence is no longer necessary. Yeah! How fortunate. Now I can simply be rid of all of you at once. That will not be necessary. What? Who? The Dragon Warrior lacks power. If he is unable to reach us, it will have an adverse effect on the right. They should be left alive so that they may aid him. But the higher the hope, the deeper the despair. And the right requires the deepest of despair. We shall have them prolong their suffering. Understood? Damn. Plot twist! Hey, you! Who the hell are you? Where'd you come from? You're gonna spout crap about deepening our despair. At least have the decency to show us your face. Oh no. No, do not pull off. Do not pull off. Do not. Don't do it, robed figure. Because there are only a few other people that talked with Sias Not the entire game. And most of those people are dead now. That leaves only like 2. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're the one behind it all. The assassination of my father, the outbreak of disease in the city, the mass murder on the palace grounds. I, Aishasari on Idonas, the sovereign of Altago, hereby command you. I mean, bold to believe that they would obey commands. Reveal your face and give your name. Very well. I will oblige. Don't. Staff. Oh god, it's... Yeah, it's fucking Tia. In like, super wear. What? The hell? You. You're the kind lady who always brought us medicine. Tia? This is a big plot twist. This is probably one of the biggest plot twists in like any East game, if I'm being frank. Like, they do not pull this shit. Right? Because, like, I'm trying to think of, like, oh, what's the plot twist in, like, East 8? And, like, there really, like, I would say there aren't all that many plot twists in East 8. Like, the plot kind of, like, goes forward as you would kind of expect it to. I guess the biggest one is, like, the reveal of, oh yeah, your progenitors, you're representative of, like, your top species, and the tree, it causes cataclysms. Those are the twists, but those aren't character related. Yeah, Tia is the true antagonist. I shit my pants at this out. Yeah. Allow me. You see before you the true ruler of all, the Eldris of Iska, guardians of the moon, the great Tia Luna Rem Iskalia. Tia Luna. Rem. Yo, Rem! I'm more of a Emilia fan. Iskalia. What? The lost elder line of Iska. Or how Sarai was really an usher of the future. Sarai. Yeah. Was it Sarai? Yeah. Yes, Sarai, because Sarai was the, like, space alien one who just took on the form of one of the dino people. That's what it was. Because, like, even the plot twist of, like, the small pink-haired girl in, like, the under dungeon of old-timey dinosaur. Yeah, Sarai was Ura, yeah. That girl being like, oh yeah, she's, like, one of, like, the final god kind of people, if I remember right, or, like, final boss of, like, the under dungeon. Like, that's not even a plot twist in my mind, either. But, yeah, Sarai being, yeah. Sarai being one of, like, the space alien people, like, it's an interesting twist on the character, but even then, like, plot related, it's like, I can't even say it's twisty. It's just more interesting how you're connecting it. And also when you're like, why? Because then it raises more questions, because it's like, wait, I thought when the people got wiped off, the progenitor of that race had to stay in the tree to kind of watch over things, and they couldn't really interact with the world, but this one could shapeshift, so she got to go outside the tree and pose as one of the dinosaur people. What? Huh? Why is this one special? But, yeah, regardless. Why couldn't the Tauren from WoW be just chilling out in dinosaur land? But yeah, like, this has to probably be one of the biggest character-esque plot twists in terms of main plot, story relation, true villain kind of thing ever. Because like Chester wasn't a plot twist. He was a villain the entire time until he swapped, and then Pishtum, there weren't any, like, plot twists in terms of, like maybe character revelation, Geis's brother being the one, kinda. Origin, I mean, I can't even say plot twist in that one, because, I mean, that one had various go-throughs, but, I mean, if you're talking about the true end one, Toll not being a villain, but, I mean, yeah, I guess, but then, what's the other one? Salsetta, no real character plot twists as I remember it. Yeah. So, this one's pretty cool. I like this one. Lost Elder Line of Iska. Wait a minute. Tia, this is some kind of joke, right? I mean, it has to be, right? You've been so kind to me and Adam. Tell me this is all just some big misunderstanding. She was the first maiden of the tree. Also, her dragon down form would probably be what Donna's psyche form would be if she took the role of Black. Ah, okay. Yo, Tia, damn. You know, wild hair on a woman? I like it. I'm gonna say, her clothes right now are very reminiscent of the Dino people. Like, because they also had, like, the females at least had very similar, like body markings and, like adornments, I feel. Interesting. Tia Luna. I, the maiden eldress of Iska, live to serve only the great root of all existence. Tia now in the ranking. I will call forth the wind of destruction and cleanse this land. You. The Tia you know was no more than a charade. A persona. Persona! All was for the purpose of returning the land of Altargo to its ideal state. Yeah, sure. This game did come before you say. So I wonder if they took inspiration for when they're like, yeah, we really like this. This kind of design. Let's kind of move it, bring it forward. Right? Because it was this game, then Salsetta, then 8. So with Salsetta, they didn't really have to go... They didn't have to really... Persona! They didn't really have to, because they could go back to each of, like, the individual games that they were pulling from to get, like, design choices for how characters should look and stuff. Whereas Ys 8 is, like, brand new. They have to figure out from blank how they want them to look. Come back to this. Oh, this look cool. Let's make a full thing of it. Because I presume it's only Sias and Tia Luna that we're ever going to see from the Moon Tribe. And so this is probably the full extent of the Moon Tribe wear that we get to look at. My work as a medicine maker who freely traverses the lands of Altargo was a cover to avert suspicion. The assassination of His Majesty, the creation of the miasma, the massacre in the palace, even my friendship with you. It was all an act, one that allowed me to keep watch and advance to my ends. You have got to be kidding me! Then what about the girl? What about Maya? We're so desperate to help her. Are you saying that was all in Act 2? Nah, Maya's a G. The life of one child is as a mote of dust before the great root. All must be engulfed by the wind of destruction to make way for the eternal cycle of rebirth. The little girl, you, and even I, it is only a matter of time. It's interesting how almost this plotline is redone in Ys 8. Where it's like, oh, the root of all existence, the rebirth, the tree, evolution. Like, there's a lot of connections there. And you could even be like, hey, the tree has roots. There we go. The world seems to have a lot of mystic, hey, we're gonna do it, we're gonna reset shit kind of things in place. How many contingencies do you have to reset the world? Come on, guys. Adol Kristen, I suggest you leave Altargo. You're an outsider, free from the bonds of Altargo and its fate. Although they're only resetting Altargo, not the world, whereas the Lacrimosa was just straight up the entire world. So, okay. If you stay, then you too will be engulfed by the wind of destruction. Yeah. Wait. You still wish to stop me, despite my warning. Then acquire the Dragon Stones. All of them. Without them, your efforts will surely come to naught. Okay, well, sounds like a plan, Stan. This game does canonically take place after Ys 8, so this could have happened after the world reset. I mean, it has to have happened after the world reset if it happens after Ys 8. So, I guess they reset the world, or I guess made... That is the one thing in Ys 8 where I'm not exactly sure how to interpret it, whether or not it's like Donna just straight up remade the world exactly as it was, but just changed, or if she took control of it and just made it so it didn't happen, like the reset, like the thing, like it. I feel like it's almost left up to interpretation, but I'm gonna go into the assumption she just took it and made it so it didn't happen and didn't like remake everything, because it honestly feels arbitrary. Because it's the same end result regardless. But like still having these like large scale super mystic like, hey, we're just gonna like reset this swath of land. Just seems great. Like, oh yeah, you know, this world has a this area has wind that's gonna reset it every so often if it gets thrown out of balance. This one has world has a big tree generally, and that's when evolution stagnates. Okay, cool, whatever. And then we got these people, and this area has, I don't know, like weather, and this one, various things. I'm curious to see where East is gonna go and how there are gonna be even more world-ending things. God. So I'm trying to think of like, yeah, every East game has some level of just like super high level mystic danger. It's never just like, it's never just people issues, right? It's never just, hey, some people are being a-holes and you're just in their way and trying to stop them. The closest you get to that is basically East 1 and 2, or more like East 1, because that one's Dark Fact, and he's just kind of a guy with a lot of power. And you're just like, hey, I'm gonna stop you, bud. And East 2 is a bit more of like world-endy stop things. Basically, I think she made the world stay the way it already was, and then she just changed the island to match present day without all of Donna's walking around with a tree top. Yeah. Although I kind of wish you left the dinos there, because that would be pretty cool. I do walk in haze. Damn. This can't actually be happening, can it? This is some really elaborate practical joke. If so, I'm not laughing. Damn it. We liked Tia. She had potential. She had potential best girl. I mean, generally I usually try and pick best girl from playable characters, but I mean, if they're a standout, like, I'm fine with not picking them off playable. See my Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus choice. But yeah, damn. Like, picking a villain? I can't pick a villain, though. Has to be a protag, I feel. Following these events, delegates from villages throughout Otago gathered together to offer Otago City their aid. Among them were Fatima, Mustafa, and even Ciarius. Adol decided to survey the city and speak with its residents and visitors to determine the best course of action. Fuck. Don't make me walk around. Just talk to them for me, please. Or are they all out and about? I just need to talk to them. Let's drink some more water. I haven't drinking enough water. But all the people that died, like the captain and Weissman, stayed dead by some means. The captain makes sense that he's still dead because he was killed by Weissman, but Weissman was killed by Avocado Dino, so the game doesn't really acknowledge how he died. I mean, the way I see it, it's not that she reset the world making it so the dinos never existed. She reset the world and made it so dinos didn't exist from that point forward, right? Like, she didn't really change history and things that happened. She changed the state of the world so that certain things didn't exist. And the system of the world didn't progress as it used to. Is how I would interpret that. Which is why people killed by the dinos would still be dead by them. And also, anyone that was killed by the dinos died on a deserted island, so no one would ever actually really know how they died anyway. So even if it was, yeah, but everyone besides the party members forgot about Donna. Yes, that's true. They forgot about Donna, but did they forget about all the dinos as well, or what? Like, I can't remember if it was just, oh, we're stranded on this island and there were no dinos, or I can't quite remember. I never imagined she was the one behind all this. And she's the last in the line of Iscan elders, no less. I thought they were all dead and gone. I can't say I'm not surprised myself. It is our duty as the surviving members of Iska to protect the balance of Altargo instead of the late elders. That's what I believed and why I stayed hidden for over 200 years, observing the changes that befell Altargo. Yeah, they forgot about everything that happened. Yeah. So the dinos were still there, and that's still what killed Weissman. Man, they really like to make evil assholes named Weissman in Falcon games. Like, let's be real here. They just don't remember, I guess, how he died, or they overrid it. So, okay. Like, maybe it was like, instead of a big dino, it was like a massive fucking wolf or something. In their heads. Because, I mean, actually, who is present to see Weissman get eaten? Right? Because it was only the main party. Because, yeah. Because you, like, chase him, beat him up, and he's like, ha ha ha. The Visor comes out, it's like, hey, bitch, nom, I eat you. And then F off. Monsters do exist in the world. I mean, that is true, right? Like, it's not strange to see monsters. So, yeah, big monster could just fit in there and be fine. These dinosaurs are just special for some reason. You could only kill them with orichalcum. But our elder line actually survived. Now the current Eldris is trying to summon the Wind of Destruction. They knew everything, as if it were all according to some grand design. They even knew that Adol was in possession of the stones. And it seems as if those stones have some bearing on the right they're attempting to invoke. Ciarius, do you have any idea what the connection may be? My apologies, but I do not. It seems the elder family of Iska had a great secret that was passed down from generation to generation. A secret on which rests the fate of all Altargo. Perhaps it is something so important that they could not even tell their own people. I have no idea what it could be. Nonetheless, it is clear that the girl and the traitor are planning to bring about destruction. With the Prime Minister and countless others murdered in cold blood, Altargo's balance is more tenuous than ever. They are serious, and they have clearly demonstrated an utter lack of remorse. Personally, I don't care what they're planning to do. I won't let them get away with making a fool out of me. Still, I have to concede he's a much stronger fighter than anyone I've run into before. We need to be careful. What are you gonna do from here on out, Adol? Hold on, man. Adol's in no condition to... I wasn't asking you. You two need to get together. Fast. It would have been better if I were chosen to be the Dragon Warrior. That was Ciarius' original plan, if I'm not mistaken. Oh dear, so you knew all along, did you? Well, I must admit I thought perhaps you were qualified, seeing the success you've shown in mastering the Iscan arts. But Adol was chosen before I had a chance to act. If you can't step up to the challenge, I suggest you leave Altargo's fate to someone who can. At least that way you won't get involved in affairs that don't concern you, like that girl pointed out. It's the most sensible decision. Interesting that you're stepping up when you are also not Altaginian. Adol. Adol reached a decision and expressed his intention to see this ordeal through to the end. Adol. Everyone loves saying Adol's name. You really are crazy. That's not my name. I knew you wouldn't give up so easily. If that's the case, then we'll help you out however we're able. You can count on us. Adol, thank you. Unfortunately, with no knowledge of the enemy's true motives, there aren't that many options available to us. The only thing Adol is good for is losing legendary weapons. Yes! True. Yes, I have the Sword of Infinite Might! Oh no, I dropped it. Oh no, it fell down a crack. Damn it. Well, I guess I'll go get another one. Yes, I have the Sword of 1,000 Truths! Oh no, I'm hitting rough waters. Oh, it went overboard. Nope. Fuck. I guess I'll just use this rusty sword. Like, you would have to think that at a certain point, Adol would be just so good with swordplay, it wouldn't even matter if he has a legendary sword, right? Like, I would love a game that refuses to let you upgrade your weapon from the rusty sword. Right, where it's just like here's your rusty sword. You are good enough. Like, at all, you have been through so many journeys. It is East 35. You have saved the world so many times. Your biceps are so ripped. By this point, you are strong as Dogi. You have the sword skills of a legendary master. You do not need a legendary weapon. You can kill a god with a toothpick. So you just use the rusty sword. Every weapon that you come across is a bow, a spear. It's just not a sword. I would love it. It'd be fantastic. First, we must keep the situation in Altaga City from getting any worse. And even though it's exactly what your opponent wants you to do, I suggest you continue on, as you have been. Yeah. And we'll be able to figure out what Tia's really after. Still lose a random sword to Ram Sword Master XYZ. Yeah. That would be the thing. Still resets to level 1 as soon as he gets it. It's like getting shipwrecked is just like the traumatic experience resets him to level 1. He's like, oh my god, I forgot how to use my sword. Damn it. That was so traumatic. I'm scared, guys. I need to regain my confidence. But that mean, yes, you must still visit the Sea and Moon Dragons. As I said before, though, we know virtually nothing about the Moon Dragon at this point, short of that it exists. But the Sea Dragon can be found within the Sanctum on Ruins Island, of that I am certain. I say, we need help from Elder of the tribe that reveres the Sea Dragon in order to enter the Sanctum, don't we? With His Majesty gone, that leaves me.
Yo, what's up, Aisha? How's it going, girl?
I like your hat. Aisha, are you okay?
I'm fine. I can't just sulk around at a time like this. I checked on Sigrun and the General before coming here. Their wounds are deep, but I'm told they aren't fatal, and they're in good hands.
Really?
Father, I'm so relieved.
A lucky break, considering what happened.
Ciarius, right? It's nice to meet you. I am the Princess of Altago, Aisha Sari Adonis. I'd like to take part in this as the Eldress of Adona, in place of my late father.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Royal Highness. But are you certain? If the sovereign of the kingdom is absent from the capital in such times?
It's true that the city is in terrible shape, but this is much more serious than saving just one city. It may be a bit an odd request, but I'd like to ask that you look after the city in my absence. With the elders of Shanoa, Sagram, and Iska here, I'll have little to worry about.
I understand, and will oblige.
Little old me. Well, alright, let's do this, bitch!
If any more monsters show up, my warriors will take care of them.
Thank you. I'll be able to rest easy knowing you three are looking after my affairs.
And now to the Adal affair. I'm still waiting for your seed!
You have tilled the fields, Adol! Now plant the seed!
Goddamn.
Adal, Dogi, I look forward to accompanying you again. There may not be much I can do, but we need to press on.
Aisha. Damn straight. Let's kick some fate. Can't escape from crossing fate. Can't escape from Fire Emblem Fates. A game that has 3 versions for no good reason. Because they decided to Pokemon a Fire Emblem game for no good reason. And for anyone that says it couldn't fit on one cartridge, false. The special edition cartridge had all 3 routes on it. I know, because I had that version.
Guess it's off to Ruins Island with us then. Will you even be able to charter a ship with the harbor in shambles as it is? Yes, but the naval and merchant ships are under heavy repairs and won't be seaworthy for some time. I did, however, manage to find a small boat like the one we used last time.
Perfect. Perfect. Been hoping to host another pleasure cruise. So what are we waiting for? All aboard. The SSS Wave Crusher 2 is ready for departure. Wave Crusher 2. Love it. Aisha joined your party. Elk joined your party. Krushi joined your party. Mishara joined your party. Gotta get Aisha in there. Equip. Training ring, remove that. I was good. Remove that. Can you equip that? Human robe. No, that's actually weak, or what the fuck? Harvest clothes, I guess it's just really good. Okay, you can have that back then. But I do Because your moves, right, are... The Waspinator! I do want you to have the training ring too. It is the Waspinator. Yeah, yes, indeed. I'm going to kill you with the Waspinator.
Let's do it! I'm up! Let's do it! Let's do it! I'm up! Let's do it!
Who is that voice actress?
I'm up! Let's do it! Let's do it! I'm up! I'm up! Let's do it! I'm up! Let's do it! I'm up! Let's do it!
Fuck, I guarantee I know. I don't know it, but I've definitely heard that voice actress in other roles, is what I mean to say. And her, right, her, strength 445, okay, so she is at level of where she needs to be. Yeah, okay. I have all my healing items, let's also save, because I don't want to have to redo all of that. God damn it. Wait, what? Wait. What? Where's the ship? It's on the... Oh, it's probably on this side now. Here we go. It's like, wait, I can't get back down to the dock? Let's get going. Let's get to it. We're going to that island in this tiny boat? I think it may be my first time riding in a boat. There's no need to worry. Out here on the high seas, Dougie the Wall Crusher becomes Dovey the Wave Crusher. Long as they're safely, you can count on it. Just relax and pretend you're on a pleasure cruise. Thank you, Dougie. Your words are most encouraging. By the way, Princess Aisha, as I mentioned before, an incantation is required to enter the sanctum. Are you familiar with it? Yes, it was on the note my father left for me. He must have been planning to teach it to me after I returned. Aisha. I say. Don't mind me. I have to keep moving forward. Pleasure cruise. Yo, we can have this be like a real nice pleasure cruise, although the kid's gonna may have to left behind. So, Adol, you ready? Ready to set off for Ruins Island? Let's go to Ruins Island. Alright, let's ship out. Dougie's deluxe pleasure cruise is on its way. Condoms are on the house. What? Not to ruin the moment, we have no idea how safe these waters are right now. We should keep our guards up. There may be monsters to deal with before we get there. Elk is too young for this. Yeah, that's why we have to leave him behind. Crushi, I presume, is also too young, but not sure. Elk, you stay at the stern. Don't worry about what happens at the aft. Right. Stern is front, aft is back, I think. Wait, is it? Oh man, we made it somehow! My heart was pounding so hard. I told you, pleasure cruise. Was I right or was I right? My dick's a python. What? Man, it hasn't been that long, but being here brings back memories. Yeah. Not great ones. But strange, miasma doesn't seem to have affected this place at all. Perhaps the proximity of the sanctum negates the effects of the miasma. The island's complicated web of energy may also have a hand in its immunity. That's right. Warping powers didn't work here. We need to finish things up quickly and take another pleasure cruise back to the mainland. Adol, is something the matter? The warping power seems to have been strengthened by the Dragon Stone. While it was unusable here before, it may be usable now. Yo! 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 Are you serious? I see. So the power's grown then. This should make things a lot easier. Let's head to the altar, Adol. I have to open the way to the Sea Sanctum. It's so great that we don't have to walk there. Nearby stone monument has been added to your warp list. Flip yeah, boy! Oh, you are making me walk there again. What's the point of letting me warp again if you make me walk back? You ass! Ow! 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 I need to do the Waspinator. Okay, that's a good move. The Waspinator. Oh, baby, don't you know it's the Waspinator? Actually, no, just this one. Because they gave, if I remember right, they gave you a nice reset here.
Looks like you can go up from here. Yeah, go up. Wait, it's except for another pleasure cruise. Of course he is. I mean, everyone should be once you see Dogi's python cock. No. There's something so much more vulgar about saying cock than dick. I don't know what it is though. They're both 4 letters and end in the same vowel sounds. I guess like a hard C is just like, it's just a lot harder than a hard C is a lot harder than a hard D. Oh god. Dude, that range. The waspinette is really good. There's a ladder. I'm just doing this thing. He has it. Because, oh fuck. Forgot that I need the underwater breathing. Good thing that that's there. Oh god, I completely forgot. It's good that I remembered, given that I presume the Sanctum is going to tell me, hey, here's the dungeon that you need the water breathing to do. Are you ready for the water breathing? Water breathing. The sea altar. We finally made it. This is where we enter the sea sanctum, right?
Yeah, sea dragon should be sleeping in there somewhere. Instead of the AB dragon, it's the sea dragon. I know my alphabet.
Another dragon, huh? It's great that the dragons have been giving out their dragon stones. I wonder if we can really stop the wind of destruction.
Time for another longish dungeon.
Okay, well, I figured. Remember what Sai said? To believe the dragon warrior is capable of saving Altago from the wind of destruction is false hope at best. Smarmy bastard was marking us. I want us to stop this wind just to spite him. It didn't sound like an empty threat, though. Thinking about it will do us no good. It is impossible for us to understand. Perhaps we cannot comprehend why the Eldris of Isku would plan such a thing. I'm not sure I'd even want to.
Yeah. No. Let's just focus on being the sea dragon for now. Dragons might know something about what Tia's trying to achieve.
Is Tia Luna? Use her full name. Alright then. I'm going to recite the spell that will take us to the sanctum. Ready? Ya bitch, let us in! Altago murmureth through blue ripples, and thou, O dragon, speakest in the roars of the sea. We return to thy land of abundance anon. Guide our path for prosperity lieth with thy heart alone, bitch. I would, like, there are many things that I would love in games, as I've talked about. I would love one of these, like, super ancient ones to just be cuss out the ancient being to let that, to access their power or something, like, yeah, like, cuss out God and God will give you some power. Like, you rat bastard, you fucking daft bitch! Give me your power, you fucking twat! Okay, fine. Okay. Here. No need to be so mean. Alright? Fine. What is this place? The other side of the island? Feels really weird. Even the color of the sky is different. We must be inside the sea sanctum. If we don't take care, we'll be dead and buried in no time. So watch your back.
Alright, let's do this. Dogi. Dogi, da da dogi, da da dogi, da da dogi, da dogi, da 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 da dogi. As I've been gone, and everyone loves me. Okay, so just reuse the wind one, but make them not wind anymore. Okay. Unfortunate part is I do not have a stronger bow. And I'm presuming it's going to be very similar to Mishra, where the good bow is relatively close to the end. Okay, so another switch dungeon. Okay, but there's ice on the floor, it seems. So that's at least that's good. taking these fights, I wonder. No. I was hoping that those, the boss last actually, until I need water breathing, I should probably just keep the AOS on. I was hoping that the boots would also function as like heavy boots or like spiked boots. Sea stone. Yeah. I mean, I presume I'm gonna pick it up because I would imagine that's not hidden. It's just along one of the paths. It's just a really good move. Like, you don't have to worry about spacing like with Hydro Shot. It just like goes forward for a while many times. It's fantastic. Oh, hello there. Is this the add-up? Okay. Yeah, fuck. Monster Claw. It's out of the way, not hidden, but out. Okay. Well, I'm sure I'll find it still. Because I like, even when I'm just casually playing the games, right? Like, I'm not rushing to try and get through in the quickest way possible. I'm still exploring everywhere. So, even if it's out of the way, it might not be obviously out of the way, then I might still try and get it. Or I might just get it accidentally. Ah, okay. Yes. Love it. Hydro Shot, good if you're at the right spacing. But if you're not at the right spacing, then it's less than that. I like using it, honestly. It's just stupid. Like, I have to wonder how many hits it does compared to, like, everyone else's, like, pre-dungeon. Because I imagine the idea behind Sword Dance, like Kaiser Rush and that are all to be kind of, like, equivalents. So they probably all hit the same amount of time. God, that is a very, like, it's very bright. Like, that is, the white is so hard to see through. It's a bit too bright, gonna be real. Actually, that has to hit. Like, if she had a stronger weapon, like, that would hit a lot. That would do a crap ton. You know? Okay. Ice. Okay. Ice physics. So it seems like the way to kind of handle them is generally just dash to try and correct. Is what it generally seems to be. Mayo makes sense. Fossilized twig. Give me that some stuff. You leave nothing on the cutting room floor. Sea stone. Good. So that's an up path, so I have to presumably drop down onto the bed. Whoops. Almost just dashed off. It is so bright. It's so hard to see. Like, I'm looking more at the mini-map than anything when that's going on. So that's just water and that. That's just resources. Honestly, yeah, I can level up Waspinator and get more damage on that thing. No reason not to. It is that good of a move. Okay. Fragrant water. Ooh, I love good smelling water. I love H2O. I love Fruit 2O for my nose. Oh god, I haven't had a Fruit 2O in a while. Is that even still a thing? Fruit 2O? Like the bottled flavored water. Probably is. I remember my mom used to buy a lot when I was younger. Let's go this way. Imagine this is the out of the way thing that you're talking about. Like there's a definitive forward path. No? Okay, so that's a you need it to get up those stairs path. You need something to get up those stairs. Dragon energy drop. Can't carry anymore. Okay. Let's save because I just. Okay, so now we got some more underwatery shenaniganry. Okay, that, there, that, okay. So, that's underwater. Okay, that's above. Okay, excuse me. Okay, so water, so I don't mess it up again. Okay. Waspinator! Waspinator! This is a lot. Okay. So let's focus on looping around to the right. Come on. Okay, so it's meant to be a flow down and push. Okay. Can't really find it. I mean, I guess you can, but it doesn't help you in any meaningful way. Okay. Let's circle around this way. Flop onto that. Oh, no, it lowers the water. Interesting. Okay. Lowers the water level such that, you know, that's why that's there, so you can loop around quickly. Because that goes there, and then this allows for you to go here, which is that drop off. And this is another drop off and another drop off. Lower the platform thing. So now this side is the one that drops down. So test that drop down after that. First. It has also a good has a good width of effect as well. Monster point. Okay. So now let's come down this way. Okay, so that's there.
Let's do it.
Okay. This comes down here. Got Dalmatica. God damn it! Did I really pick up armor when I was going to be getting armor, or did I really buy armor? No. Okay. Okay, good. So it's armor for her. So that's good. I'm glad. If I had picked up armor for Adol after that point, I would have been a little bit annoyed. Okay, so that's a drop. It's like bothered to buy armor for him.
Armor and a shield. But it makes sense, because the dungeon seemed to really only give equipment that is pertinent to... oh, do I need to make the water go up so I can get that blue one? That makes sense. Seems to really only give equipment pertinent to the main party member that is required. Okay. So I saw a switch over here. So let's get the switch. Goes down. That's the water level there. This one's stuck up. This is a down path for get there. Okay. See, this is an interesting dungeon because it is definitively linear, but it is shaped in such a non-linear way. That's still visually interesting instead of just being like corridors that other games would have. Okay, that's still up. That means that's where that one drops. That's a drop down. I'm probably gonna do only after I plot that one, because that's gonna raise it. Now I'm on this side, so I can. Okay. So I'll be able to. Yeah, get to that. Albatross. Albatross. Okay. So how's that help? Other than giving me a good weapon. Or a new weapon. That's 39. Step Hydra Shot. Cataract. Ooh. Okay. Use it. Oh! Ooh, okay. Okay. That is definitively a choice. Okay, so I did that, and there's no way to get back, because the entire point was to lock that off so you can get to here. So, is there another reason why you might want that flowing? Is there anything else? Or are you meant to kind of read down it? Okay, so now I'm at the point where I'm a little bit worried that's not linear enough. Okay, it seemed like that. There wasn't anything to drop that one, which is what I need to be able to get up to there. And that one's pressed. It seems like you're only meant to press everything once, and it's structured in such a way that you only do press things once. And that didn't have a drop off, right? Because this look platform is only meant to be like, hey, look, there's a button there. That's meant to get you to come here, and then this drops down to here. Okay, cool. Okay. I was worried about dropping off to certain places, and that's the top one. And lowers the overall water level. Seriously, yeah, it's confusing, but not in the worst way. Like, at least it's still entertainingly confusing, right? Like, I'm not lost here. Like, it still has all the things necessary. Ice ring. Okay. Still has everything necessary, because as I said, it is, for the most part, it's linear, but in a non-linear shape. Is how I'd best describe it, where it's like, okay, it's linear in the buttons that you can hit in what order as well. Like, there are multiple buttons, but you only ever have access to one to press. Or if you do have access to more than one to press, you have to hit both anyway, and they only go down once. It's not like a dungeon where it's like,
Like, dungeons that are the worst are the ones where it's like, you have to hit the buttons at the right time to access different areas, but, like, it's a weird combination. It's, like, not, like, the buttons reset. I guess a good example, I guess, is Cell Setup, right? One of the final dungeon areas, one of, like, I mean, honestly, I very final dungeon is Cell Setup. I fucking hate it. Especially the one where you had to, like, turn the fucking rooms to be able to get to each of the individual things. But one of them has, like, those buttons that, like, move the platforms left and right, and you have to, like, shape it right so you can get to the end by going on and off them. Like, those ones are ones where I get confused and worried. So now, though, what? I need to get down to that bottom. Yeah, okay, this one. This is the one. Okay, yeah. I was like, okay, where do I even need to go now? And everything's dropped and everything's good, so now I just do things. Okay, good. Let's save. And just move forward. Okay. Oop, even further. The reason why I'm exploring what I presume is punishment area is because, yeah, usually, interestingly enough, East's punishment areas will usually have a reward item for it. Like, hey, you failed, came down here, pick up a little something for your shovels. So, it's usually just better to go down there and explore so you know what to expect when you fail. Because you should operate under the assumption that you will fail. This way I can't do it. Okay. Got Chaos Shield. A Chouse Shield? I did buy a new shield as well. But the shields are... Actually, the shields are pretty, cheap, so... And, you know, it's a little bit better. Looks cool. See, I really want to make sure I do not accidentally switch after one of them falls down. Because unlike the East 8, where they just swap with you, in this game you swap to them. So they still exist in space, and if you teleport to them and they're not where you want to be, unfortunately you're taking control of them. Chaos armor. So I did fucking buy armor when I didn't need to. Damn it. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. That's a pretty big increase. Well, whatever. You know what? A little bit of money spent for more safety in the dungeon to get to the new armor. That. You don't want that to happen. There we go. Also, not any. So let's go up. Gothinator. It is so bright. You got steel hooks. Yeah, that's not too out of the way. I'd say that's decent. We're slipping on it. Oh yeah, okay. I think that's not too out of the way. This one might be because I don't know if I'll be able to dash back. Chaos Sword. God damn it. Whatever. Actually, I didn't upgrade my sword, so
he was actually working with, not as much. Pentagram, yo! We love Pentagram! Strength Blast, Scud Sword, Sword Dance, Photon Blade. Probably use Strength Blast at least at this point. Let's start with the sword and create a blast of light. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, got up. Nice. Actually, didn't I come up this way? Yeah, came up this way. Got a new sword for Adol. Got the hook so I don't slip anymore. We'll call that damn good. Nice. Come up here. Vitality. There were Vit rings 1 through 3, so there's Vit crown. Better. Vit crown. Slowly recovers the wearer's HP by absorbing earth energy. Oh, okay. So I wonder if that's just... I presume that's more of an active one than the ones that just, like, make it so you passively absorb. Oh, yeah, because you need the hooks. So, I don't understand, Rev. How are the hooks optional? Because these stairs upcoming are ice. And I like this, the circular design for the dungeon. Instead of just being going forward. Honestly, in terms of dungeon layout and dungeon experience, for the dragon ones at least, I like this dungeon the most, to be honest. Because, like, how would, like, are you able to get up this without the ice hooks? It seems like they're necessary. Okay, this is pretty much the only area in the game that you need them. Yeah, I don't doubt that. Like, it's a very area specific item, but is there, like, you know what, there has to be a way, because, like, that just, like, screams, oh, that's cool. Like, that thing, like, that just screams, hey, we want to speedrun this, and we want to break that as hard as possible. God damn it. Attack a little bit faster. Dude, yo, that is, like, really good. I think all bosses speedrun doesn't get it. Yeah, it, like, it has to not get it, because, like, that just screams, hey, we get to skip an entire, like, mini area that, like, because literally that's what that entire branch of the dungeon is in all its glory. It's literally just to get those hooks so you can walk up those stairs. Which, I'm not opposed to that as, like, a impetus for a branch of a dungeon. But it is very clear that that's what the point is. So if you're able to skip the need for those hooks, and that's the only place in the game you need them, then that just, to me, that just screams, hey, this is speedrun 101. We're going to find a way to break this to let us not have to do it. 80% skips half the game. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the case in most Ys speedruns. So what? Are you able to, like, go by? Like, what's the point of that area? Wait, what? What's the point of that area? Are there items down there, or is that it? I'm using Pentagram whenever I charge it up because I want that all to burn it. I didn't give him the training ring. I probably should, but fine. Fine with not. Okay, so we got more of those suck areas. Go. God, it's so good. Give me the spring wall. Ah, thank you. So, oh, okay. So I presume that the down areas are, like, that down area is the punishment area, is what I'm surmising. Which is why it exists. You just have to go through it initially first to, I guess, explore it a little bit. Or we're going to be going up and down between it. Oh, okay, so pentagram ain't perfect. Because pentagram actually physically moves you. But that makes me think you might be able to use it to fucking, like, break portions of the game, right? If you have a move that, regardless of geometry, like, moves you, like, I don't know if it can clip you through walls, but like that, where it obviously dropped me, like, off a ledge because I used it too close to one. Like, that makes me wonder if you can use it in other more beneficial ways. Pentagram is limited to chaos later. Ah, okay. Good move. Adol's almost level 47. That's this level I presume he's meant to be at. Think streak extract. Okay. Presumably not really worth it to go for all this. Go. Try to get as much XP as I can. This circle. Okay, so it doesn't pull you through hard geometry. Stop me at the walls. So they at least programmed that. So that's good. Dogi, level 47. Oh, and Adol's level 47. I forgot about it. That's what I figured. It seemed very endy in terms of shape. I feel like you only get ascending circular staircases and descending circular staircases at end of you know, because it's the end of that, I'm going to put on the Aeolus. And I'm also going to try and have max SP as I go into the boss fight. And, if I'm being real, what I should do is, after I get to whatever, once I get to the bottom of the area, I should take off my bandit gloves for only the boss fight and put on the SP gloves for the SP ammo. That way, during the boss fight, I'm in a bit better state. There we go. So equip bandit gloves. Increase XP gain battle damage. There we go. So file, save. I just have to remember to put it on. Are you gonna throw at me a mini boss for no reason in this one, or did you deem that the dungeon itself was difficult enough? There's a strong dragon presence. What is that? Is that the smell of bitch? Because I think it is. You know, I don't doubt that you might try and, like... I'm gonna put on the Gradios talisman in case you decide to fight me underwater. I'm ready to put on the ice hooks in case this is an ice arena. Otherwise, there's no real passive item, water breathing item. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Good choice. Because otherwise, there's no real, like, great passive exploration item to have on. It's not like East 8, right, where you get multiple hooks to put them on, but, like, you always kind of want to have double jump on because it's just good to have when you get it. Like, why wouldn't you want double jump on?
That should be one of the ones that you just always have on.
His presence. The great sea dragon. Is he already awake?
O destined warrior! O humble warrior! Thou hast come!
Are you Oberon, the sea dragon?
This should save us some time. Since you're already awake, we've got some questions for you. And you get to exchange slots. Exactly. Like, getting more slots is the best part. I'll ask the voice about the nature of Tia's elderhood and her true intent. Wind of destruction, right of demise. All is necessary.
What?
What? Destruction is inevitable. All of Otago demandeth the end. The right of demise, the head of Iska shall form. Sabra. All is fate. A world of imbalance can exist no longer. The land must return to ashes. The Ashen Chevalier? What?
But why? The rite of demise. What about the rite of demise?
Why can't we avoid it? What's the point of making Adol your warrior then? Oh no, water, my worst fear. Oh god. Sea Dragon, Oberon, it's the eel from Super Mario 64. Damn it. Valmar? Yeah. Thou wishes to halt the wind, humble warrior. What is it? Oh, what does Reen say? Did he say what? Like, awaken Ashen Night, or like, come to me Ashen Night, or something like that? Valimar, actually. He said something Valimar and Ashen Night. Like, but I can't remember. Nah. Thou wishes to halt the wind, humble warrior. Prove that thou art able. Did thy soul, thy body, thy ripped tits, brah. Thou shalt have my power only when I have confirmed thy resolve. Heed my call, Ashen. Thank you. Thank you very much. Heed my call, Valimar, the Ashen Knight! Bitch. Okay. Hello there, sir. Ah, you got a segmented body. I see. Oh, okay, interesting. Was not expecting this. If I'm being real, was not expecting like a multi-room thing. Oh god. No. Oh, okay, so these things are doing like electric shocky poodles. And I need to destroy them, and then they stop doing electric shocky poodles. Yeah, perfect. Good. Oh, wow, okay. I'm doing... His health is down. Interesting. Is this... Yeah, fish. I leveled up Sword Dance. Little did you know my attack is now increased by 2 levels. Pokemon. We all like Pokemon. It's a Pokemon reference. I got my Rayquaza Mega Evolved, is using Sword Dance. No match for me. Back over here. Okay, so how many times do I have to do that? Because I don't mind doing that like once. What the frick? Okay, you blocked up that tunnel. Water's down. Now is it like true damage time? Seems like it's true damage time. Yes, it's true damage time. It's fight number 2. Okay. Bitch.
Firing my laser. Stupid water. Once. No. Good. Yep. What the hell are you doing, buddy? There. God, it's such a good move, man. Pentagram. Oh yeah, Adol. Hanging out with the devil. We love it. Although arguably a pentagram is literally just a shape. Fine. Well, actually, is it called a pentagram? Or no, a pentagram is the star. A pentagon is just a shape. That's it. That's getting mixed up. Silly Bison. Mixing up Satan worship with geometry. Easiest dragon? Yeah, I can tell and I like it. Like, not to say that the Earth Dragon was hard. It was definitely, like, this one. Ah, okay. Ah, so water breathing and ice benefits. Oh, good. Yeah, never mind. Oh, God. You know, you give me ice for all of 5 seconds, and then what the hell? What's going on, dude? What's going on, dude? These bitch ass. Oh God! Hello there, sir. Might I interest you in some pentagram? I have a lovely bouquet right now. You are like freaking me out with your eeliness. Pretty cool if you'd stop being so freaky, you weird eel. You bitch. You faked me out. You got me. You know, I'll give you that one. I should really see if I can, like, count how much damage it does in comparison. Good. Alright, so yeah, that does a lot of damage. Like, a lot. Like, I think it does almost a 2,000 by itself right now with the amount of damage I'm doing. Or more. No. Take another one of my... It's not an S-Craft, but I mean, it's basically an S-Craft. It's an S-Craft if Adol was a Trails character. Okay, let's do another heal just to be safe. Don't wanna... There we go, baby. Woo. I like that dragon. That dragon was nice. Phase 1, interesting. Phase 2, all right. Desiccated. That would be a great crossover. Oh wait, there's a game for that, right? There's a game for that. Very well. I grant thee my assistance. I like when you call me baby. Wait, hello? I like when you call me baby. Wait, hello. Hey, Manix, how's it going, man? Perfect timing. I just killed a water dragon. Thou shalt have my power. We found out about Tia Luna and how she's actually a villain. Bum, bum, bum. Which was actually surprising. I was expecting Sias, but not Tia. There's no dungeon for the next dragon, so restock on healing items before fighting. It is hard. Okay. I mean, I was planning on restocking anyway, but yeah. Thank you for the advice. O descendants of those before me, I grant thee my protection. You know, that one deserves happy dabs, even animated dabs. Previous dragon did not. Wind Dragon sucks ass. Manix, Wind Dragon in this game sucks ass. Hate it. It sucks. It sucks bollocks. It sucks my
fucking bollocks. Water dragon. Alright. Water dragon. Easily my favorite one because it's not obscenely annoying. Sucks the wind out of ya? No, it sucks my drive. It's, you know, it just makes me sad. Divine protection of the sea dragon with Grand Aisha. Aisha can now use Archer Destruction as her extra skill. Don't go play golf then. Yeah, no. If you have no drive. Oh, lol. Nah, I'm putt-putt, man. I like driving cars. Because putt-putt adventure, point-and-click game for children. A warrior, no powerless descendant of humans. Thou must visit my brother and acquire thy last power forthwith. Bruh.
Wait, we still have questions. What is the Eldritch Iska trying to do?
Is putt-putt still a thing? Oh my. I don't think it's still a thing, but I mean, it existed and therefore it exists into the future. I don't think they're making new putt-putt games. 'Tis only what hath taken place which must once more occur. Lo, the grand demise is nigh. Bruh. Peace. Peace out, A-Town down. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah, mini golf. Oh, you're talking about putt-putt, the actual thing. Yes, putt-putt mini golf is still totally still a thing. And I still enjoy it the few times that I have gone in the last while. I enjoy it. I thought we were talking about putt-putt, like the car educational like game for children.
We're back. But
Putt-putt the car on Wiki shows until 20. Wow, that went longer than I thought. Like it died in like 07. Jesus. Yeah, it's also confusing. Reason Tia was trying to summon the Wind of Destruction. Don't know what it is, but the dragons sure seem to. Seem like they've known all along.
Nonetheless, I find it difficult to comprehend everything that is happening. The great sea dragon spoke as though the Wind of Destruction cannot be stopped. But the dragon stones have the power to stop it, and the dragons are granting Adal the powers to fight it.
Doesn't make sense.
There must be a missing link. Some important detail we just don't know yet.
All we know for sure right now is that we'll need all the dragon stones to go against that girl, Tia. We don't have a lot of time. We're left with the moon dragon. You can actually teleport back? Nice. Yeah, that makes sense, because they said you could teleport. Now, so let's go. Yeah, no one knows how to get to the moon sanctum, right? What should we do, Adal? And we ought to try talking to Ciarius.
Yeah. Let's head back to the palace for now.
Let's do it. Yo, can you die, please? I still want you dead. I want your entire lineage just out. Just gone.
Damn it! Sias, Tia, they're all in on all this together. Curse them!
Yo, there's Maya. Why are you out and about, Maya? You need to be sleeping.
Huh? That girl's Tia's.
Why is no one watching her as well? Like, who is just letting this girl out about?
It's Iskin fever.
Redemption. God damn it. I don't want Round to get a redemption arc. I want him dead.
Hey! You dumbass! Shouldn't be running around in my asthma! What were you thinking? God damn it. The main sanctuary as well, the Iskin fever patients being taken, wasn't it? Damn. Guess I don't have much of a choice. Gotta drop her in the ocean.
Why? Why aren't you a bee? God damn it. I don't want Round to get a redemption arc. I want him to die. I mean, I guess that can still occur. There's nothing saying like, hell, most of the time in these games you do get a redemption. You do die soon afterwards. I'm looking at you, Chester. I should probably also save. Go. Okay, so let's go to, wait, nope. The shops are over here. That's the sword shop. Here we got the regular shop. Boy, synthesize.
Yes, boy. Yes, yeah, like, that was the one that I went through with the least amount of healing items used. I think there was a worse Chester in video games since Shining Force. What are you talking about? Chester was like a pretty good character. I'm not gonna deny. Like he served his purpose. I love to hate him, is what it come down to, and that's how he was designed. And also, he was the voice of the Digimon Emperor, so we love him. We stan Digimon Emperor because all his every character that is voiced by that man gets a redemption. Digimon Emperor, redeemed. Chester, redeemed. Fucking Douche Magoo from Cold Steel, redeemed. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Fuck, what's his name? I know it. I should know it. I like him. Kinda. Oh, God. Damn it. What's his name? I keep thinking Chester, but it's not. It's... Fuck. What is it? Give me the first letter. Someone give me the first letter of him. Chester Cheetah? No, not Chester Cheetah. The he wants to get with Elise. It's not D. J. L. Look. M. M. Me. Mo. A. B. No, not B. D. From which game? Cold Steel. The asshole noble guy. I don't play CS, can't help it. God damn it, Manix! Oh god, what is his name? Shit. And I can't even look at my splits for Cold Steel because I know the boss fight against him I just labeled Bitch Boy. Rufus? No, not Rufus. The one that wants to get with Elise. The one that wants to get with Reen's sister. God damn it. The noble carp. The noble carp. Oh god. I really cannot think it. Oh, Reen. Where's the least? I should. Where the hell is he? God damn it. Gosh darn it. No, not Eustace. He doesn't want to get with Elise. He wants to be with Milliam, as far as I understand. Patrick! That's his name! Patrick! Patrick! Yes, Patrick! Thank you! Patrick! Bitch boy Patrick! Anton! No, Anton is not a bitch. Well, I mean, he's kind of a bitch, but he's... Anton doesn't have a redemption arc. It's just all upwards. All onwards and upwards. That's it. Patrick! Bitch boy Patrick. He also gets a redemption arc from being just an absolute asshole in Cold Steel 1. Patrick becomes nice in CS3. Exactly, he gets it. He gets his redemption. In CS1, he's an a-hole. In CS2, he's bitch boy, and in CS3, he's good. We stan a good redemption arc, and it seems like the voice actor for Patrick and the Digimon Emperor and Chester, like the same guy, he gets typecast as a-hole who gets redemption arc. So Agate spread over 3 games. I mean, I would say Agate, you know, he's an asshole, but I mean, like, he honestly has more of a reason to be an asshole in terms of backstory. Well, he gets his ass kicked at the end of CS2 by Reen. Yes, exactly. He's bitch boy. You beat the shit out of him. And he's like, yes, now I agree with you, and I will follow your command, and we will help you. Yes, indeed. But Agate, right, Agate I can accept being a bit more of an asshole, given the shit he went through. And also, like, instead of, like, just being a straight-up ass, he's more just kind of, like, rough. He's like, oh, why do I have to fucking deal with these rookies? God damn it. And it's like, as you show comedy, he's like, oh, okay, you know what, I'm good. Still gonna be rough around the edges, but, you know, I'm gonna be tsundere around Tita because fucking she's a child and you can't be mad at her. Well, I guess you can be mad, but more mad and worry. Who's your favorite Trails a-hole? Fuck. Agate's pretty good. Because if we're just going a-hole, but not, like, villain, right? Agate's pretty good. Agate is pretty good in terms of, like, favorite a-hole.
my most hated a-hole has to either be Cedric or Rufus. Because Rufus only became an a-hole in, like, CS4. Like, really cranked his assholishness up to 4 once the trials started. Like, just went, I'm an a-hole now. I'm gonna stab people in the back and mock you. But, yeah, Agate has to be pretty high up there in terms of just like, yeah, I'm an asshole. Because, like, everyone else that's introduced as an asshole gets rounded out pretty quick. Like, it's not an inherent part of their character past that. Yeah, if guys named the U. The Heiyue gang leader? Or are you talking about, okay. What is it, Sao, I think his name is? At the end of CS3 and also CS2 when he was part of the Noble Line. End of CS2, he wasn't, like, I wouldn't describe him as an asshole, right? Because I'm talking about, like, character. Like, people do mean things and do underhanded things, but they're not just, like, mean as a character. Agate's kind of a jerk to Estelle and Joshua as, like, until they get competent, at which point he's still kind of rough, and he still talks rough to them, but he respects them. Cedric is just an a-hole from in 3 and 4. But Rufus, right, in CS1, he's like reasonable. You're like, okay, cool. CS2, he's still reasonable, and he still presents himself as reasonable, but he's just on the wrong, quote-unquote, wrong side, and is revealed that he was underhanded. CS3, he's doing, essentially, he was basically doing what he was in CS2, but it's more direct and more open. And in CS4, he's just like fucking, he is an asshole. Took Reen's sister and attacked Ymir. Yes, I'm not denying that. However, that was also prompted by the entire Noble Alliance as a whole. But there were aspects of the plan that... Aspects of the plan of others in the Noble Alliance that were more villainous that he didn't just straight up, like, do. Like, Celtic and other things. But even then, the kidnapping of Reen's sister and the princess was more of a hostage-taking thing for stratagem. Which, yeah, asshole move, but not character asshole, right? That's not... It's not... How do I describe it? It's not him... He is not an asshole. He's not antagonistic as a character trait until really CS4. Whereas, like, you can see Cedric in CS3 when he actually becomes like a character instead of just being younger brother who's amorphous blob there, is asshole as character trait, is what I'm trying to say. And, like, Patrick in CS1 and 2 is asshole as character trait. But yeah, Sao Lee is interesting because he's definitely, he's on that weird line where he's not rough asshole. He's very refined and like, I'm going to talk down to you because I know more than you and I am smarter than you kind of asshole. But yeah, he's a good asshole too. I like that. But like, yeah, you get the ones that are assholes through and through. Hashtag General Morgan. Yeah, General Morgan, he is just a dick. Well, interesting, because he's only a dick to bracers as well. I think my favorite a-hole might be, yeah, Ash? Fuck, yeah, Ash is my favorite. I hated his ass. See, okay, Raph. So, I've talked about this before, but like, I love Ash because Ash is the only one that will give Reen shit. He is the only one. Like, everyone else in CS3 and 4 is either friendly with Reen because they're his friends and classmates. They respect him because they, like, coming at it from, like, okay, all his friends and classmates and like him. All the teachers respect him as well. Kurt respects him as a swordsman and as a teacher. Altina likes him and respects him. Yuna says she doesn't like him, but she's a tsundere and likes him for saving him. Musei wants to ride that D like a thirsty bitch, and we appreciate it because at least it's an open character about it. Like, might be weird, Like, I'm not denying that weird going after your teacher, but also the teacher's only like 2 years older than you in that game. So I mean, like, okay, fine, whatever. Frankly, it's not that weird when you put it in that perspective. It's just the weird teacher dynamic, but the student's the one initiating it. So I mean, it's still weird, still odd, but it's nice to have a different character instead of all the normal ones. It's like, oh no, I'm going to be proactive and want to ride that. But Ash is the only one. It's the only one that they introduce who's just like, fuck you. Like, thinking you're so special, you bitch. Like, he's the only one, and I love him for it. Like, he is an asshole to the person that everyone else is just, like, bowing to and, like, just bending over backwards to, like, compliment all the time. And I'm like, yeah, Ash, you do your thing. You be an a-hole. I love it. Especially because, unlike Patrick in CS 1 and 2, Ash is a competent asshole. Where he is smart, he is capable of fighting, he is good at what he does. And you learn his backstory and he's like, yeah, he literally led a guerrilla warfare force to keep control of the fucking gambling city and keep it safe from the Noble Alliance. Which, given that he's, what, like 16, 17 in CS3, which is when he started school, and the Civil War happened 2 years prior, right? That means he did that when he was like 14 or 15. Which is fucking impressive. Like, I love it. Spoilers, man. I mean, sorry about that. I'm really excited. I like talking about Ash. And also, it's not that big of a spoiler. I haven't completed CS4. I'm gonna tell you, it's not that big of a spoiler. And also, is that from CS4? Because I thought that was it from CS4 or was it from... God. The game's all mushed together. Because I don't know when... Because that might be from a conversation. One of the bonding events. But I can't quite remember if it is. Because now I'm curious. God damn. Now I'm actually really curious. Okay, you know, I'm going to get to the end of this. I'm going to save, and then I want to go on the wiki, because I think because I want to see if there's any wiki entries for, like, the on, like, the trails thing, because, right, like, the notebook that I didn't bond with Ash, because you know how when you do the bonding events, you get a note in your notebook. I wonder if the wiki has all those entries, because I want to look at the entries for Ash and see when it is, because that has to be one of his things, I think. I would imagine. Villain that sucks the most at being a villain? Gilbert. Oh yeah. Gilbert's fantastic.
I just don't want to die. Don't leave me here.
Rapcuba, just so you know, that's the voice I gave Gilbert whenever he showed up. And it was fantastic. I loved it. Nice. That's one of the few voices that I can remember to just kind of pull out of my ass. Like, it's ingrained. Like, Olivier, I think I would need to, like, see a picture of him and have some words from him to be able to, like, get back into Olivier's voice. But Gilbert, it's like, oh yeah, no, I can do pathetic Gilbert. Oh, you're alive. Welcome back. Oh, shit. I stopped inputting for long enough for the thing to stop. There we go. Glad to see everyone in tip-top shape.
Of course we are, Grandma. We're practically invincible. We even got the power of the great sea dragon. Right, Adol? Yeah.
And I'll explain to Fatima what happened at the sea sing.
Interesting.
There are certainly some things the great sea dragon said that are a bit unnerving. Can't say I fully understand all of it, though. Our great dragons need to stop speaking such cryptic subtleties. Speaking of cryptic, have you seen Ciarius around? I haven't run into him yet. Something seems to have happened at the hidden village. He said he had to go back. Guys. Oh no. We finally found you. Master Ciarius sent us with an urgent message. Quick, who's the hottest fairy? Go. Urgent. From Ciarius? Did something happen? We don't quite understand it, but the pillar in the hidden village suddenly began emitting light. Pillar? You mean the one in the center? Most unusual. The wiki mentions it, but doesn't say which game the information. Okay. The wiki mentions it. So that's why I want to pull up the journals that I guess Reen fills out every time, because I imagine that would be one of the pieces that's informed from. I wanna try and say most unusual. No, we should go check it out. I mean, I guess worst comes to shove, I could literally just, you know what, I could just open the games. You know, let's I'm gonna take a quick little become cold steel wiki. Cold steel wiki, chose a cold steel, explore Urbonia arc, or contents, characters, yeah sure, characters. I'm a phantom. Ash. He's a phantom. Oh yeah, so in Ash's wiki, so character notes. So okay, implement. Interesting. So that's 3. Wait, what? Okay, so I guess it's not. How is that not how is that not a note for him? How is that, seriously, how is that not a note? Like that seems crazy to me that is not a note in the game. Huh. God. I also just love, like, I guess his traveling gear in CS4 is also very reminiscent of like Reen's, where it's like has the furred hood, or the furred like edge on the hood. I just love that design. Yeah. Trying to find out where in the wiki it says it. Okay. Yeah, whatever. What's the name of the town? I'm trying to, because maybe it's in that one. I'm just diving deep right now. What is this? Administrator shows this is, what is this? Lemaire province? Ortis Raquel. Yeah, Raquel. Historically, Nexus, Yoris, Education. Yeah, can't find it. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess opening up the game wouldn't even help me at this point either. Okay. Regardless, it's a thing. But it's also not like a big story. Like, it's not the biggest deal as well in terms of information. Ugh. Ooh, that's good. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. Okay. But I'm not sure, Ravkiva. I mean, I presume that I'm gonna presume that next East stream will probably be the last one. Like, if I'm going at the rate, because you said that the next dragon doesn't have a dungeon, but I'm presuming that there's a final dungeon after that. So,
Wednesday's East stream definitely has the potential to be the last E7 stream, which hopefully will be pretty fun. Hopefully I don't get tilted at the remaining dragon and the final bosses. Because I presume that there are many. You have one more dragon in the final dungeon, and that's it. Okay, yeah, so that's one stream worthy. And it'll be on Wednesday, so I can go longer if I need to, because Thursday's Thanksgiving, so I don't have work, which is fantastic. So that'll be very nice and fun, because after E7, I will be able to go to the next sub-goal game, which will be fun. It'll be Valkyria Chronicles 1. But regardless, thank you Rav Kiva, thank you Manix, thank you everyone else who dropped by, Wolf Slash, and anyone else who just hung out and lurked. It's great talking to you all, and I hope you all have a very nice night and will join me next time. Bye!